And then I'm going to get Golasso on my phone. Let's try that.
Okay, I think we are live, guys.
There was no dramatic countdown like a NASA 60 seconds. Give me a heads up, Jenny. I got to put on my makeup. Come on.
I got taken off guard as well. Anyways, welcome to everyone who's listening, who's watching us right now. Let's do introductions. I'm Jenny Chu. I work with CBS Sports, and I am now joined by Matteo and Marco. You guys take it away. Who are y'all?
Marco, who are you? Tell the people.
Yes. So I'm Marco Messina, along with Matteo and the rest of our great crew. We help cover Serie A on CBS. We're happy to have a new home, and we're ready today to watch some Champions League.
I'm Matteo Bonetti. I feel like I should have had a sticker. I'm also with CBS Sports since this summer. I primarily cover Serie A, but I've covered whatever. I've covered like NASL, second division from England. I've done a little bit of everything, but Serie A is my passion. So if you don't want a Serie A bias, just get out of here, all right? Because that's what you're going to get for the next 90 minutes. You're going to get me and Marco filling your head like this with Serie A and nothing else. No, I'm joking. Well, we'll talk about Manchester United. Marco, we got Antonio Conte going to Spurs. They introduced him like he was coming out with his eau de parfum. What was that poster? Jenny, did you see that? The way that they introduced Conte?
The pictures?
Yeah, on social media. It looked like he was doing like an eau de parfum.
It was an Italian coach getting announced. I liked it. Except, did you see that they put Bienvenido at first? Like they wrote it in Spanish instead of Italian.
They didn't do that. Did they really?
I swear. You got to find it. Yeah.
Wow.
I was there right away and I was like, oh God. And they swapped it.
No, that's like a Europa League level social media team, guys. We have to have a word with them. What's going on?
By the end of this, Jenny is going to become just like the most diehard Serie A fan. She's going to be speaking Italian. You're going to have your espresso.
Oh God!
I'm telling you.
Jenny's going to get La Dea tattooed right here.
Yeah.
Who do you guys root for in Serie A? Just so that everyone knows.
Controversial question right now. I'll start off. I support Juventus. But I'm also, I love all the Italian teams, like especially in Europe. For me, it's kind of become, especially like because I grew up in America, it's kind of like Italy versus like, the next country. So I support like all the Italian teams. And listen, I'm a general Serie A fan at the end of the day, but I grew up a Juventus fan because of Del Piero. So.
Yeah, he's a Juventino. So if we have any anti-Juventini, you can let me know in the comments section. I've been supporting Milan. We go back multiple generations. I also support Middlesbrough. I got to keep the family happy. So, unfortunately, they're stuck in the second division of English football. I don't know if they'll ever see the Premier League again. But it's fun, right? Because Marco's supporting Juve because he's a glory hunter. He's a bandwagon fan. He just wanted to support wherever he could get the titles. I know what it's like to feel pain as a Middlesbrough fan, Marco. I know what it's like to...
You cannot say anyone else is a glory hunter, Matteo.
7 Champions Leagues. How old was I when they happened? Do you think I remember?
I don't know.
I only remember 2, and those carry me for the next 1,000 years.
I didn't even see one. I haven't gotten one with Juventus yet.
You weren't born in 90. How old are you?
I was born in 95, but it happened in 96.
You guys won in 97.
96.
Yeah, but you were alive.
Yeah, so I was a couple months old, so I don't remember it.
Got a bad memory. Jenny, what about you? What about you? You didn't tell. What was that?
Are you just aging yourself here, saying he should remember all this, huh?
I'm from the late 80s. What do I got to say? I'm the old guy here. Did we just lose
Jenny? You see, now we really took over. There we go, Matteo.
That's it. It's our show. All right, Serie A show. Let's go. Did we get any good comments yet? Let me see. Let's pull up the comments from the people. The people are spoken. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a lot of Manchester United fans watching on, and I'm kind of excited. To see Manchester United. There she is, Jenny Chu. You have to tell us what club do you support? I know she was getting sick of us already, man. With 2 Italians.
No, I clicked the wrong button, but Chelsea. Sorry, I support Chelsea. Did they win today? I didn't even see because we were logging on here. Did they finish?
So what's the story behind that?
I don't have a beautiful story, to be honest.
It doesn't have to be beautiful. Marco's story is that he just said, I want to pick the team that's going to have the best chance of winning.
I feel like a lot of people... Oh, is that why? You don't have a family story, Marco?
I do. Mateo's just joking.
I'm just trolling him.
I don't know.
Tell your story. I want to hear Chelsea.
I wish I had a good story to tell you guys. I'm a late joiner, but I worked with Chelsea last year and they won the Champions League. So I'm a little bit of a good luck charm. So
Can you
if
come
any
to
Serie A
Juventus?
team wants me, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, this could be fun. Remember how they did a quiz, like based on your personality, what Premier League side are you? They did that when they were trying to hook new American fans like 5-6 years ago. I feel like we need to do a Serie A quiz for
Yes.
Jenny
ooh.
based on
Yes.
personality traits. That could be something
like
we could
it.
work on, Marco.
No, I like it. Like, I think by the end of today, we have to have you. Do you have an Italian team that you like prefer yet?
No. I'm
Okay.
very swayable. I'm very
Okay.
So, you know,
Okay.
we can
Open
work
book.
on it. Whoever's better at convincing, maybe I'll go there. We'll see.
Perfect.
Let's address some of these comments right now. Wow.
Someone said, I don't want Ole to get fired. Wow. Team
Definitely not a
Ole
Man United
here.
fan.
Someone else said, I'm a United fan. I believe today is when Ole gets fired. We need a more tactical and attacking minded manager. How are y'all feeling about him?
About Ole? I
Yeah.
feel like he's the cat with 9 lives. Every single time that he's about to get sacked, he pulls one out of the bag. Like to win 3-0 against Tottenham, and suddenly he's figured it out. It's like, hey, I've gone with the back 3 this weekend. Ronaldo and Cavani up front. And they beat Tottenham, who are in a mess as well. But it's kept them there another week. So it's kind of like a week-to-week process to see what the heck version of Manchester United are we going to get. This is the question that we're going to ask. Like, at the end of this game, if Atalanta win 3-0, is that the end of Ole? Finally? Who knows?
Did you guys see? Sorry, did you see Tosin? Do you guys know Tosin McKenday? Works for CBS Sports as well. Did you see his tweet? He said something like, "I wish you guys like happiness and something, and job security like Ole."
I'm definitely not in the Premier League loop. Like, I'm not an expert at all, but I never really thought Ole was going to be this coach that was really going to bring United back. The problem is, if you sack a coach, you have to have a replacement, a good replacement. It's easy to say you don't want him anymore. And now their prime target, Antonio Conte, just got taken from Tottenham. So even if they do lose right now, even if Atalanta would beat Manchester United, which I hope that happens, who are you going to get? Zidane, maybe? I don't know.
You know the thing is, though, with Solskjaer is I wonder if he has the same kind of, like, he enters the locker room and everyone's like, oh, wow, look who it is. It's Solskjaer. Because I know that's what happened behind the scenes with Zinedine Zidane when he took over Real Madrid, that he had like this aura that the players were like, okay, maybe he's not the best tactician, but this guy just carries this insane swagger and this aura that all the players, no matter who you are, no matter if you're Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever, you're going to respect the guy. I wonder if it's the same thing for Solskjaer at the Manchester United dressing room.
I think that you're saying you wonder because you don't think so. But do you think that fear, a little bit of fear, is potentially a needed factor in that coaching-player relationship for that respect? Or is it not necessarily fear, it's some other type of respect?
That's a good question. And you know that with Antonio Conte, I think there is a bit of that fear aspect. I remember talking to Christian Vieri a few years ago when we worked together, and he said that there's no manager that breaks you the way that Conte does behind the scenes. Like, his training sessions are legendary. The players I think they have an element of fear there, which is why I think it was actually a really good appointment from Tottenham. Because if you have a team that's not playing up to their ability and they're maybe underachieving, you have like this drill sergeant now coming in that has these infamously difficult training sessions. I think that's probably going to be the kick up the butt that some of the players need.
I've seen firsthand those training sessions. I saw the first year that he signed for Juventus when he was a coach coming from Serie B, coming from Siena. He was a Juventus legend, obviously, but many fans were like, all right, we need a proven coach, because Juve had finished 7th place back-to-back. And what's super interesting is I saw those training sessions. They were the most intense I've ever seen. Complainers, like veteran players, legendary players that have won a World Cup, were complaining about how much that they had to run. And Conte did not care about what you won. He's like, every single person is running the same amount. And anytime they did complain, he added on laps. So he's
Jenny,
very
what kind of coach did you like when you were playing at a high level? Did you like someone that was like arm around you if things weren't going good, or someone who was, a bit of
I think it depends on personality. Like, it depends on personality. I like the person who cared about me as a person, and that kind of got a certain reaction out of me that I want to go to war for you. I want to die for you. And I appreciate that about you. But
I heard you were joining our very own Dre Cordero, who's the play-by-play of Serie A and USMNT. I heard that you joined his Monday five-a-side and that you were just breaking ankles left and right. Is that true? Jenny's
I don't know
apparently
if I was
quite the baller.
reading.
I've heard some stories from Dre that's like when Jenny shows up, it's like, all right, why are we even here? Like, we're not gonna touch the ball. We're not gonna go anywhere.
I went last night and I scored a few goals, so I was happy about that. I'm just trying to be in shape, so if we ever get like a CBS Sports like 5-a-side, I'm there. You know,
I've been pushing for this. I've been pushing in like New
if
York.
I get the invite, I'm gonna work. Yeah, that's why I work out if I ever get one.
Are you in New York?
No.
Okay.
No, but
You're Miami, aren't you? Yeah, you're in Miami. You're in South Florida. We traded. You went to Miami. I went to Connecticut. Like, what? I'm doing it all wrong. We just got a few pretty funny messages. So, Francesca Calchor, a good friend, said Jenny should be a Salernitana fan. They're currently last in the table, I think. But they do have Frank Ribery.
Why would you want that for me?
Maybe you really want that hipster team that, the plucky, no one believed in a story. That, everyone chanting Rudy, like in the movie. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of your vibe.
All right, so we kicked off. Are you guys?
Yes.
I'm on minute 1. How are you? What are you guys on time? Sometimes we're like
I'm 1:30.
on the same minute.
I'm 1:30.
Okay, so you're ahead of all of us by quite a bit.
Matteo, guys, we got to get some predictions though.
So I'm on Bayern Benfica. I think I'm on the wrong game. Hold on, I don't want to watch the Golasso. Sorry, Nico Cantor, love you, but I'm gonna go full screen. Atalanta Manchester United.
Drop your predictions now, everyone in the comments, and we'll come back to if you get it right.
Yes.
Towards the end of the game. I see some already did, but do it again. Let's see it.
Yeah. All right, who's gonna start us off with predictions over here? I'm seeing some Atalanta fans too. I see Arturo says 1-0. Zapata is gonna score. We love those kind of comments. 2-1.
I have Atalanta.
a 2-2. 2-2. Okay,
2-2.
I'll take that.
Atalanta's gonna win 2-0.
Oh.
Did we even talk about the players that are starting it?
No, we haven't.
Okay, let me just take a look here.
I'll go 2-1 for Atalanta.
Okay.
2-1. Nice win.
So lots of.
The only thing is Derun is playing as a center back again. Matteo, I don't know if you saw that. He's playing as a right center back in a back 3, which kind of scares me.
He can do that though, Marco.
I know, but not as a right center back. If he was in the middle, maybe.
He's fine. Listen, the thing that Manchester United fans need to understand, right? And this is, I think, something that'll let United fans respect Atalanta even more. Atalanta have the wage bill of like a mid-table championship side. 2nd division England. Like Atalanta shouldn't be here. This is a team that's basically like, think of, I don't know, Burnley or Sheffield United, like a team that's been bouncing up and down from championship to Premier League. That's what Atalanta have been historically. And since 2016, they've been qualifying for the Champions League with like the most insane scouting network, amazing youth sector. Like what they've done without spending money and with selling their best players pretty much every season is nothing short of amazing. Like, this is the true fairy tale story. If you like the Leicester story when they won the Premier League, you should hop on the Atalanta bandwagon because honestly, this is the beauty of the game to me. They didn't need money. They just did it with smarts, with scouting, with the youth system. Jenny, maybe you should be an Atalanta fan.
I'm convinced. You know what? I'm convinced. I'm in. They got a good youth system. I'm a fan of that. Fairy tale. Was it 2 years ago? Was the final? Gosh. Not the final. One of the quarterfinals or the semifinals, one of the big stories was the wage differences.
PSG. Yeah, against PSG. They
nearly against PSG was like, so I think it was like PSG was over 300 million and Atalanta was 35, which was, I went and did some digging because I have no life. It was the same as like Reading in the championship, and Reading was in 12th place in the championship. So this is what we're dealing with here.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the funny thing about Atalanta is that every year they just have like consistently been doing this. So it's not like a one-off where like one season they finally made it, which we've seen in Italy. Like Udinese, like one year would have a really great year and finish in the top 4. Oh, opportunity for Manchester United.
Watch out, Marco. Watch out, Marco. Oh, off the post. Did you see that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're second ahead.
You're way ahead of me.
I'm at 4:35 right now.
Yeah.
You're 10 seconds ahead of me.
I don't know if I spoiled it for everyone. There we go.
I'm 10 seconds after you.
It's not like I'm on some crazy I'm on Paramount just like the rest of you guys. I'm paying my subscription even though I'm an employee. I pay my $7.
It's that better Wi-Fi. It's that better Wi-Fi.
Must be the good Wi-Fi. You're right.
It's got to have that at least.
That famous Connecticut
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's why people move here.
So that's what's so special for me about Atalanta is that they've consistently been doing it. Even if they lose, like Papu Gomez was one of their star players, right? For a lot of teams, they would have to choose to keep a Papu Gomez because he had some problems with Gasperini. But Atalanta believe in their model. They believe in their system. They kept their coach Gasperini, and they're still consistently being able to do this there. My favorite quote about Atalanta, which explains them very well, is Guardiola. He said, "Playing against Atalanta is like going to the dentist. It's never easy." And even Sadi said the same thing. He said, even if you come out,
I didn't know
like,
where
not
you were
hurt.
going with that one.
Speaking of dentists, do you know that Marco's now a dentist influencer on Twitter? Jenny, I don't know if you're in New York, but Marco can hook you up with like free
do have a hookup.
whitening. I'm gonna go
Really?
get my whitening. Yeah, Marco's like he's a dentist influencer. Some people are influencers for like, I don't know, merch or whatever.
Is it okay? So I don't know if this is a weird question, but is it like mostly in Italian culture because you guys are covering the Italian league?
Oh no, it's actually they're
Everything.
Colombian. Yeah, they're
Oh,
Colombian.
wow.
Yeah.
Soccer fans?
Yeah. Big soccer fans. The Nunez family. They're amazing. I met them at like a soccer event, and then
here's Ronaldo doing all of his step overs that don't lead to anything.
He's lost to Atalanta before. Remember against Juventus?
Oh, I remember very well. I'm glad you remember too. I'm joking. I have nothing against Ronaldo. I just think that leaving on the final day of the summer is probably not going to leave your team in a very good position given their situation. But what do Manchester United fans think of Ronaldo right now? I want to know from the United fans watching on because I'm kind of curious about it. What's your take on the return of Ronaldo, guys? Okay, we've got a overrated. Is he overrated? He's like one of the 2 or 3 best players of all time, depending on where you stand. And I'm sure a lot of you guys in here probably think Ronaldo's the number 1 of all time.
Oh, shoot. Juve almost scored. Close.
I'm a Liverpool fan. I want United to win so they can keep Ole. SK Penguin. Fair. Okay, so you think that Ole is dragging them back. Listen, United to me look right now like the bad guys in dodgeball. Like they have like there's just these players, right, that are larger than life. Pogba, Cristiano Ronaldo. Mason Greenwood's my favorite young English player. I just want to see him ball any chance I get.
Except today.
Look at Ilicic, man. It's the best left foot in Serie A.
I don't like that you guys are way ahead of me.
Yeah, you're second. You're like 2 or 3 seconds ahead of me, so I'm catching it a tad late. But what I was gonna say is I see SKA. He's a Liverpool fan. I'm in a group chat right now, and I see it go off all the time. I know if Manchester United concede, it's gonna go off. There's a Liverpool fan and a Man United fan. So when they were playing and it was 5-0, my entire group chat, it was just voice messages. And Matteo and I, we were live. We were in the Serie A studio with CBS. Every voice message was just a Liverpool fan just laughing. Each one of my friends, just like 10, 15, 20 messages, all laughing at the United fan. And he only showed up recently to say Ole has to go. So I understand that because I have the same guy saying that they would rather him stay so that he won't do well with United.
Marco, I just got a text message for you. Tosin, our social media for CBS Sports, said, "Tell Marco I said I wish Cristiano didn't join. He is a huge Manchester United fan." Interesting take.
He wishes he did not join Manchester United. All right.
Yes.
You've hit the post.
What happened?
No.
How did you see that? What's going on? How many screens do you have there in your Dr.
I got a lot. I do got a lot.
I've only got one. I'm like so technologically behind you guys. I've got one. I didn't even boot up my phone.
But it's a
my
big
phone's
curve.
Frozen.
It's like curved, so I got multiple screens.
No way.
Yeah, I'll send you guys.
I almost got one of those. I have a huge one. Mine is like 49 inches. Is it 49? 39?
Oh, that's a big
one.
And your TV on your desk right now is 49 inches.
Well, it's a monitor. It's not a TV. I guess it can double, but I can put like different tabs, like open like 5, 6, 7 different tabs on the one big monitor.
I probably should have thought of that honestly before we did this. Just to go back to that Ronaldo comment, the thing with Ronaldo, right? No matter what team he joins now, he's like, he's kind of like a glorified poacher, and I'm not saying that like in a bad way. He's such a different player than what he was when he was at Real Madrid or his first in United, where he was like this high-flying winger that was dribbling everybody. He doesn't really dribble past anyone anymore. That's not his game. He's just some guy that knows where the goal is. He scores right foot, left foot, header, doesn't matter where. As long as he's inside the box, he scores. But with Ronaldo in his mid-30s, he's not tracking back. So your team's going to be unbalanced. And I think that was the problem with United in the first few weeks, is that they were like, okay, he's in there. He's not working off the ball. So suddenly we're unbalanced. And we've got so many guys that can play those positions that want time. Like where's Jadon Sancho with all the money they spent? Like they have so many players that are good attacking young players that need to develop, that need to be playing. And suddenly you have to pay Ronaldo because you're paying him like 35 million pounds or euro net a season. So it's a bit of a problem, but I get it. Listen, you get the most marketable player worldwide. You got a chance to bring him in. He gives you 20 goals a season. You do it.
Oh, goal Juventus. Who is it? Paulo Dybala. Let's go. 1-0.
Wow. Okay. So bouncing back from that dreadful Hellas Verona match, huh?
The Ronaldo question came up, and Dybala heard it, and he needed to score. I think that's what happened.
Is Chelsea playing right now? No, Chelsea's not playing right now.
They played earlier.
They did play earlier.
1-0.
1-0 against Malmo. You needed
Corner
that win
kick
too.
that
Oh my gosh,
fell
I
right
said
back,
0 instead of 0.
and then boom.
Oh, goal Atalanta. Goal Josip Ilicic.
Yes! Let's go!
Ilicic.
Let's go! Yes!
Ilicic, vai!
What the-
Both Italian teams score. Let's go!
Vai.
I don't understand why you guys are so much faster than mine.
I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Just hit the reload button,
No.
Jenny. You got this.
I did.
Oh, I love it. But we can't get too excited. We know Atalanta was up 2-0 the last time, and Man United came back.
It's a great point.
Got to be careful. What a play
that was
by
at Old
Zapata.
Trafford, though, man. This
Guys,
Atalanta team, they have
De
the best
Gea.
12th man in the league.
What happened? De Gea right through his legs. Zapata
And
did
De Gea's been
unbelievable
playing
work.
a lot better this season, by the way, Marco.
It's not his legs. It was like under his body.
It got deflected, didn't it?
No. I didn't see a deflection. Look at Gasperini run. Oh, I love that guy. Oh, good start. All right.
Okay, so that means that as it stands, did Atalanta just go top of the table? I think they did.
I'll check right now. Wait, they're checking
Marco,
the goal.
I think they did.
I don't know what they're checking.
Oh, it's a VAR?
Ronaldo's saying it's a handball?
Atalanta would be top of the table. Yes, Matteo. Come on, count this goal. I didn't notice
going on
anything. I don't know if anybody else did.
I'm sorry. What is Ronaldo saying it was?
He's going like this. He's saying it's a handball. Don't you get a yellow card when you're trying to influence the ref? Isn't that a new law?
Matteo, you're ahead. Let us know.
Yeah, you're like way ahead of me. I'm sorry. My stream is not in a good
I think
place
he's.
today.
I think he gave it. He
Right?
gave it.
Yes!
He gave it. Check
Let's
over.
go.
The Atalanta fans are
Let's
going nuts.
go.
Let's go,
Let's
Bergamo.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
My
Wait, how cool
nonna's
is
from
it?
Bergamo. That's why I'm pulling for them. I'm sorry, United fans, but my nonna from Bergamo, 92 years old. She got COVID. She survived it. Almost
Beautiful.
everyone in Bergamo, I
Oh,
felt
wow.
like got COVID, and she's still here. It's that Bergamo toughness.
Yes.
Wow. Hey,
Yes.
isn't it really cool that they streamed the game? Like, Kate and I can hear my echo for some reason.
Yes, I saw that, Jenny. I saw
Yeah,
them.
like,
They were in
you're-
Bergamo.
Yeah.
It was so
It's
cool.
amazing.
They were pitch side.
Did you
I
see the
loved
scenes,
it.
Matteo?
In Bergamo?
Yeah, they're in
Like,
Bergamo doing the pregame show.
Yeah, no, I saw.
It's so
Amazing. I would love to
Love
go to
it.
Bergamo right now. It's such a beautiful city. It's like right on the Alps. Jenny, are you a mountain person? Do you like skiing, snowboarding, any of that stuff?
Sure, we'll go with yes.
Cool.
Why can't I hear?
I
my
take it
echo?
you don't. Have you ever skied or snowboarded before?
I've snowboarded a couple times.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I can
I
see you as
almost
more of a
broke some
snowboarder.
bones.
Okay.
Almost broke some bones.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I love doing both. I love it.
I
Do you
never have.
surf
No-
too?
No, I don't surf, and it's nothing like surfing. People say that, but like I've tried surfing when I was in Miami, even though it's terrible waves, and it's nothing like snowboarding. But snowboarding is like the first time you snowboard, you will break your wrist, you will fall on your backside, like you will destroy yourself. I'm too old for that. I'm too like tall and lanky for that. I'll break in a second. That's just not for me anymore. I'm too old, guys.
I just don't have the knees for it. I tried surfing last summer, and it was like a couple of months after I had knee surgery, and my knee was throbbing, and I was like, yeah, I can't do these things anymore.
I'm hearing Sevilla goal.
Sevilla goal.
Are you guys saying this?
Let me see.
My
Yes, 1-0 against Lille.
my golazo shows a little slow.
Yeah, I see 1-0 too.
Let me open
Or
my
Sevilla.
phone.
Sevilla against Sevilla. That means that Sevilla would go 1 point behind Salzburg. Okay.
So if Juventus get a draw or a tie, a draw or a win, they'll qualify today. They'll
Automatically,
qualify.
yeah.
Yeah. Atalanta can't.
Marco, isn't it
automatically
so
qualify.
weird that your form in Champions League, like you beat Chelsea? Okay, you played very defensive counterattack, but you beat last season's Champions League winners. Sorry, Jenny. And
yeah,
you've
we gotta
been
talk about that,
dreadful in the league for most of the time. Like dreadful. That performance over the weekend from Juve was one of the worst that I've seen in ages, man.
But that game against Chelsea, it played into our favor so well. Like for the style that Allegri tries to play, it worked out really well. That I was not surprised even at the way that they won, because Chelsea they allowed them to hold possession and Juve were able to counter. And I feel like in some of those matches too, like Juventus, when they don't have to be motivated for those types of games, they tend to show up, and that's kind of why I had the belief around them. And then when you got a guy like Chiesa, who he showed it through the Euros, and he was playing in the proper position, I mean, he could change a match at any moment, and he did that.
Luke Shaw just hit it on the volley, but it went over.
So Benfica apparently also scored, and then it got VAR'd, and it was offsides. I haven't seen it on the Golazo show yet. I'm not sure if you guys have.
Wow. Against Bayern,
even though Nico
wow.
Cantor looks sensational right now with that blue suit, I am on full screen Atalanta United right now because this game is amazing. The atmosphere, like, you know what I love about games in Italy? They always have this layer of smoke, right, in the whole pitch. Like because of the fumogeny, like the smoke things that they fire off in the air. It just you can feel that it's cold, it's gritty, it's just the stadium
a couple
is
years
like
ago, Matteo,
old and gross.
In Genoa against Sampdoria, there was I think for like maybe 5 minutes we couldn't even see any of the action that was happening. It was just like filled with smoke.
Oh yeah, they had to. We were commentating a game like that, and we actually couldn't commentate it because you couldn't see the players on the TV. It was just like a smoke cloud everywhere.
It was unbelievable. Ooh, Dybala.
I feel like it was the Lazio game, but there was like a screen. Oh, what just happened? Did I miss something?
Morata.
There was like a screen, and when they went to go, getting excited to talk about atmosphere.
I do.
They went to go celebrate, and like the fans were like insane in the best way possible.
Sounds like Italy.
Oh.
Morata missed such an easy chance. Dybala dribbled one or two players inside the box, gave him a simple pass, and Morata somehow from inside the box hit it over. Didn't even get it on target. He's such a weird striker, Morata, Alvaro Morata. Sometimes when he's on,
Marco, let's
so
just say
emotional.
how it is. Let's say how it is. He's just not. He doesn't have that killer instinct for that level. Like for what Juventus want to do, you need someone that's going to get you 20 goals a season. Morata's never done that.
He's perfect.
He doesn't have the killer instinct.
He would be perfect as a sub for
man.
Juventus.
Yeah,
a guy coming off the bench like that, because you know what? He scores in Champions League a lot. He's got one of the best records too for Juventus in Champions League.
But you wouldn't trust him in a final.
No,
you need.
I mean, he scored.
You need someone at the level of like Carlitos Tevez, like someone at that level from the last 10 years, like someone who's going to get you 20 goals a season. That's a killer when they have a chance.
I agree. I do agree. If we had him to come off the bench, like I said, it would be perfect for us. But he's not. He's like the main guy, and I think he's not strong enough to be the main target man. But he's come through in big games for us in the past, like especially in Champions League. He scored in the final. You know, he was the guy that scored against Barcelona in the final. So he sometimes has the nerves of steel, but like I said, he's too streaky. When he's bad, he gets inside his head, and he's constantly like reaffirming himself that he's not playing well. I don't remember who said it. There was one of his close teammates said the same thing about Morata, that just mentally he needs to get out of his head when he's not doing well.
I wonder if it's going to be all United attacking now. I don't think so, because Atalanta never drop back after they score. They always push.
If you guys are watching the Golazo show, I think they're showing the Bayern Benfica goal that someone just asked about. What about Bayern against Benfica?
Spain. Arturo says Spain isn't exactly known for producing world-class forwards. I mean, okay, so let's think like in the 21st century. I mean, Fernando Torres at the peak of his powers at Liverpool was insane. David Villa was a world-class center forward. I guess before that, Morientes was very good. But man, Torres at Liverpool was such a killer, such a good player. That was like, if only he had been able to keep that up for his whole career.
Have you guys ever seen Weston McKennie throw the ball in, by the way?
No, is it weird?
Unbelievable. It's
Good?
unbelievable.
Like,
It's-
like
it's-
very
Is it like Rory Delap where he gets a lot of
It's
like
it's
distance
literally
behind
a corner kick. It's
Wow.
incredible.
Really? How have I
They
never
almost have
noticed
scored. Zenit opportunity. He throws the ball and like he gets so much power into it, and he always launches it like perfectly. They almost just scored from that. I don't know if it was Delict or Bonucci who went up for the header and nearly got it, but no, he's been doing like I've been watching this year. He's constantly taking the throw-ins that are on the sideline, and it's almost like a corner kick, literally.
Couldn't we have
Have
been
you guys-
sent to Bergamo for this Twitch show? Sorry, Jenny. What were you saying?
No. Have you guys seen like the flip throws? I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
obviously like not a big thing in like
Were you a flip
the
thrower?
pro
Or
levels.
no?
I joined gymnastics to learn how to flip throw because I thought it was
Really?
an asset. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're using your body like a slinky, and you're probably getting
Yeah.
a lot more like.
That's
So did
crazy.
it work?
It's
Can
like
you, can
cool.
you-
Zapata.
Well,
Do you have video
I could
evidence?
do it. Maybe I'll have to look for it. Oh,
Almost.
too much.
Imagine even could you do like a double flip throw if you're good in gymnastics, just to even get more power and more momentum?
I'm
You
not
figure that the
sure.
more flips, the more like
Yeah, yeah,
generating momentum.
I mean, how
So
much
maybe-
how much space do you picture this field being?
I mean, some of the Italian stadiums with the running track, you could do 10 flips before you get the throw in. So that's interesting, though. Marco, did you ever flip throw
No,
in
never.
Brooklyn?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm
No?
not. Nah.
I thought you were a world-class
You
athlete.
look
What's going on?
agile. You look
He
like
does
you
look
could-
agile, right? He's got an agile look to him.
But I'm not. I'm not like gymnastics. Or would never be my thing. Like I did a hot yoga class last week. I can't even.
Bikram yoga? Isn't that what
Yeah,
it's called?
yeah. One of those. It's so hard. It's extremely difficult, and I'm not flexible at all. So I was struggling.
Jenny, you're a big
Sluggan?
yoga enthusiast, right?
I am.
Have you done hot yoga?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
It is hard. You're sweating a ton, and it's hard to.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyways, someone said McKinney got that power from all American football and basketball. What are your thoughts?
Probably. It feels very American that he's like the best one at doing the throw-ins at Juventus.
Well, you think that like American athletes in general are probably better with their hands than just because of the sports that they grew up playing. Like there's
Right.
probably something in that. They played baseball, NFL, football, American football, basketball. McKenny's a funny dude. I remember I talked to him when he first joined Juventus, and I asked him about like Ronaldo, and he said that it's like, yeah, I play you in FIFA. Like that's one of the first things he said to him. He was like, "You're on my FIFA Ultimate Team," and I just thought that was so cool. And then he was like, "Yeah, my dream is still to play in the Premier League," and he just joined Juventus. So who knows? Maybe if there was a
my
big
gosh.
Premier League offer. He said, by the way, I'm not like he didn't like tell me this behind the scenes. This was like on the interview, so it's like it's out there. But he's just like,
Wow.
yeah, Premier League's still my dream. So maybe if he gets a big offer, maybe he'll go. Who knows? Given the situation at Juve, Marco. Huh?
He's got to focus on becoming a regular starter at Juventus first, I think, and then maybe I remember when Isla, if you remember Isla, the player, when the first day that he signed for Juventus, he came out and he was like, "Yeah, my dream is to play for Real Madrid." Long story short, it didn't end well, and he's not on Real Madrid. I was like, "All right, buddy, focus on playing for Juventus first, and then we'll see if Real Madrid is going to come calling."
Didn't Ricardo Pepi just come out and said that in an interview that his dream is to play for Real Madrid
Did he?
as well? Yeah.
I get it.
You get why a player would want to play for the most important team of all time?
I
Makes
get it.
sense.
Time and a place, but yeah.
There's
Everybody
a lot of
wants to
teams
get
after
themselves-
Ricardo Pepi as well. Oh, there's that. I thought that was another goal, but it was just the other play. That was a really good pass from Duvan Zapata.
Yes.
What a beast!
The work rate is
man. Since
fantastic.
it feels like Gasperini. Like if you play for this guy, he elevates your value. And teams that buy Atalanta players don't necessarily get good deals. Like it feels like players who they peak at Atalanta and then they leave Atalanta, and it's like
Interesting.
So Christian Romero went to Tottenham. Atalanta sold that kid to Manchester United. What was his name?
You
You know what I'm talking about. They sold him for like a lot of money too.
I got you. Yeah,
Greetings
for like
to you
40
too,
million.
Kagan Yavuz.
But that's also one of the reasons why they decided to stick with
Amad
Gasperini.
Diallo, thank you. Yeah, Amad Diallo. But they sold him. He played like 20 minutes for Atalanta, and they sold him for a ton of money to United, and he's not playing. So
It's like 35, 40 million. There's a couple. Like Kessie turned out really good, but like think about Gagliardini who went to Inter. Like
Conte destroyed it. Yeah.
There's a lot of players who come out of that system.
Marco, let me tell you,
What?
and Jenny, let me tell you, the Manchester United bench right now. Okay, because this is.
Wait, before you do, Marco, you're not going to be very happy.
Uh-oh. Am I really behind?
What just happened?
Yeah.
Did Juventus concede?
Oh, Juventus conceded.
No, we lost Jenny again. She pressed the wrong button again. No.
Oh, Juventus conceded. Okay. Well, I don't know why mine is behind on that one. Let's see. Yeah, Zenit scored. They're zooming in on Bonucci. I don't know.
What kind of goal was that?
Bonucci. I see
I'm
Slugga
glued to Atalanta United.
Slugga in the comments said own goal Bonucci. I'm watching it now. Oh my gosh. Oh, Bonucci, what the hell just happened? Oh my gosh.
We see the one.
Yeah,
Jenny, how big is this button that you're pressing? Is it taking up like this much space on your 40-inch screen? What's going on?
I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bonucci
Ryan,
scored an
forgive me.
unbelievable own goal.
Okay, so just back to that thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So bench for United right now: Jadon Sancho, Donny van de Beek, Mata, Mason Greenwood, Jesse Lingard, Edinson Cavani, Alex Telles, Fred, Martial, Dalot, whatever, and Nemanja Matic. Like that bench, and you look at that, the money that they spent for all these players, the wages as well, especially Jadon Sancho. He joined for 85 million euro, and he's played a total of 3 starts.
So, that's why I want Atalanta to win so bad. That's just
and Atalanta doesn't even have the same number of subs available. Did you know that?
No, I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, they have 3 less players on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
No,
and not nearly the impressive names that I just read out from, like even Van de Beek. He's been there for 2 seasons, and he started a total of 4 games. 39 million euro signing.
That's the thing. There's somehow like Gasperini does something to his players that like they find so many unknown players that play in lower league divisions, and they'll come to Italy and they'll be worth so much money. That's like one of the key reasons I think that they decided to keep Gasperini on top of it, because Gasperini makes Atalanta a lot of money. Like the players that they flip, and then they're able to replace them like nothing, almost like they're not missing anymore because the system comes before any individual player. It's so interesting.
Someone was just trying to troll you.
What did they say?
They said
team plays far too static. There's not enough runners off the. I mean, he's right.
The whole team. The problem is the midfield isn't good enough. Like it doesn't take a genius to analyze Juventus with fancy graphics and formations. It's simple. The players are overpaid. They're not good enough. A lot of the midfielders, and they can't get rid of them because no one's going to take on that salary. Like it doesn't take a genius to figure out what's wrong with Juventus. No, and it's not even Allegri's fault, man. Allegri's scapegoated.
No, I'm with you. I mean, listen, for you, like I knew that this was coming for years now. Like you've been able to see the signs of what Juventus were going to become. The difference is, and the reason why like you're seeing it now, or you saw it at the end of last season, is because there was Ronaldo who would bail you out of games because he's just a world-class player and could score a goal, and you'll win a game and you'll forget about how bad you were. And the level of Serie A has just raised so much. I mean, look at Milan and Napoli. I know that there's only been 6 teams in history that have won 10 out of their opening 11 games in Serie A, and 2 of them have come this year with Milan and Napoli. That just tells you how good the season is. So when you mix all those things together, of course, Juventus is not going to do well.
Marco, your energy has dropped from like here to here after Juventus conceded. Jenny, did you notice that too?
I did.
We're not getting that beautiful smile, the pearly whites from his dentist influencer friends. It's gone away. Come on, Marco. Let's
to be honest, I'm not worried about this game. I'm not really worried about Juve. I'm not even like too focused on it because Juventus are gonna get to their group. I'm more so worried about Atalanta United. But yes, I'm definitely not happy.
Look at the CBS Sports Golasso question. Would you rather get 20 goals and 20 assists for a team like Dortmund or ride the bench at United?
I would rather go whoever plays better. What about you? You think so? What if that
Wow.
United wage was like 3 times or 4 times more? What would you do?
How old are
I
you?
would go. Oh, that's actually
Prime.
pretty good
You're at the
question.
prime. You're 27 years old.
It really depends on the money. That's why, like, I don't knock these
Really?
players that go to China either. It's like they're going to China to make 20 million a season. They like after football for a lot of these players. It's not like all of them go into media. There's only so many media spots. You know, a lot of
But
them
I
will start
just-
a restaurant.
I feel
would
like
go.
how much money do you really need? Like riding
just
the bench
depends
is
on the
not good for the
player.
ego.
I'd rather be a hero in a place. Like, can you imagine what you'd be for Dortmund if you're getting 20 goals and 20 assists? What happened?
All right. Mateo,
Whoa.
I'll ask you the question.
Okay,
What just happened?
tell me.
Oh,
Is it a handball?
um,
Is it a handball? Zapata's calling handball.
No, it's corner kick.
I love the young underscore J said, getting that 2020 will get me that contract the following year, though. There we go. Chestnut checkers.
yep, that's a good point. Young Jay, what's up? Okay, ready? Mateo, this is your question.
Okay.
If you were with one network and one network promised that you could work all the big Serie A games, or you were given the opportunity with another network, but that network is going to give you a lot of money, but you're not going to get as much action. You're not going to get to cover the Serie A games that you love so much. Where are you going?
I don't know. I mean, it depends how much more money you get.
I love the honesty, though, Mateo. I really love the honesty.
I mean, when the contracts are there laid out, like how much more are we talking? You know, everything's got a price, guys. Everything's got a price.
even sitting and not getting to do what you love to do and you're so passionate about.
I mean, ideally, I think the dream is right to retire early and to just enjoy life and travel the world. So whatever gets me to that earlier, I think is a pretty good decision. I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I do my passion, but I also think it's pretty cool to retire early. What do you guys think in the comment section? I think everyone wants to retire early, right? It's not that crazy. Oh, look, Grant Wall's in the house. Jenny, you just did a podcast with him, didn't you?
I did.
Look
If
at Grant Wall.
that.
Hi, everyone. I'm in Moldova, and I can't see the game, so I'm following through you. Keep up the good work. CBS Compadres. Grant, you got to tell us what Compadres is in Moldovan, and are you in the capital city of Chisinau? Is my question.
Bayern just scored again.
Wow. So Benfica
sorry,
scored a goal. It got taken away, and now they're down 2-0.
Yes.
That's so hard.
Is Grant doing a story about Sheriff Tiraspol? Is that why he's there? I'm actually really curious about this. That's pretty cool.
I'm not sure. He can probably hear you.
Lol,
He can
still
probably
learning Moldovan.
answer your question. Nagri doing Nagri things.
Duvan Zapata just got a volley taken. Oh, they're looking at a handball. Who's that? By you?
No, this is before Mateo.
Marco, it's because it's hard.
checked
Like, I
already.
look
It's
at the
not
screen.
gonna
Grant Wall tells me he's in Moldova. My mind goes like this, and I can't follow the game. I love Atalanta. They'll still press. They'll still play a high line. It doesn't matter that they're 1-0 against Manchester United.
Yeah.
They live and
It's
die
getting...
by that style. I'm gonna switch over to the Nico Cantor show. Let's see, Golasso. Where are you at, Nico? Is that what you're watching, Jenny?
I'm watching both. Remember, I have a big screen.
No, mine is.
I sent you guys a picture. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
Mateo. You didn't get it? I guess you never won.
I don't check my phone on these things, Margo. It's not very professional.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
Everything's
just
got a
missed
price,
a very
right?
important work comment text as well, but maybe I should check my phone. We haven't even talked about Barcelona yet.
It's still 0-0.
Still 0-0.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Come on, Atalanta.
Okay, so. Oh my gosh, that was so loud in my little speaker. I have Ilicic on my screen. Is that what's happening on your screen?
Yeah. It was.
Pogba didn't
Barcelona
start
have
last
possession,
match.
but nothing's happening. This is what's happening on my screen, which seems to be the case in the last few games they've played. There was a question a few weeks ago. Were you guys, Jenny, were you more surprised that Koeman or Solskjaer lasted longer? Obviously, one of them got sacked, but who did you think Solskjaer was going to get sacked after the dramatic loss 2 weeks ago?
Yes, absolutely.
so
That's
too.
5-0. Like I expected immediate action. But who wants? I mean, now that there's the Xavi talks, I understand. But who would take the Barcelona job considering they have no money?
They were saying
it's just
Xavi, right? Xavi
Yeah.
was a
Well,
big
yeah.
name.
Now that's the.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
But before
I
that,
mean,
it's like.
but he'd be untouchable too. I think if he went there.
yeah. I mean, that would be the most
well,
sense.
hold on. I
They're not going
say
to get
that,
anyone else,
but
to be honest.
Marco, remember like with Milan when club legends like Inzaghi, Gattuso, Seedorf took over? Like fans will get annoyed at a legend if he's managing. Even if the team's doing bad, the fans get annoyed no matter who you are managing. So
I think there's a balance between it too, because like especially if you're coming in like mid-season to a place that they know that things are really bad. Morata scored, but I think it's offside. Then he'll get a little bit of more lee room. You got to give a manager at least a summer to be able to work through some of those.
is Ole sacked before Christmas was a question just now. So they're losing right now to Atalanta. They play City in the derby this weekend. I mean, would
I
he get
think
sacked
that's-
after they lose to City? I think they're
Yeah.
kind of expected to lose at this moment. So
The thing is, it's like who you're going to replace it with. Who you bringing in? Is Zidane actually going to say yes, or are you bringing in like an interim coach?
did Alvaro Morata just score? Yeah, he
he
just scored,
but
it's offside.
Yeah, it's offside.
Oh, that's not. He had how many goals in offside last season? 50?
Alvaro.
Yeah, VARO.
It's just a
He's
constant.
always offside.
Yeah, he's
that was the
always
whole
offside.
running joke last season, is that every time he scored, you just assumed he was offside, so the fans didn't even celebrate.
It's like it's more than a meme at this point, Like at first it really was, but he's constantly offside. Even the ones that he doesn't score on, he's just always offsides.
Yeah. Nice. I just got delivered a sparkling water.
Oh, so Varane is off.
Oh,
for
wow.
Man United.
Is that Greenwood coming in?
Grapefruit sparkling water. Oh, that's not good. That did not go down smoothly.
Oh my God.
Offside goal scorer. What happened?
Guys,
got a
I have an
standing
up
desk?
and down desk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I
hit
do
the thing
too.
and almost
It's so
we're
good.
I feel like those up and down
technological-
desks,
Yes.
like, do you use yours as the function that it was made to do?
Standing?
Because I've had mine in a standing desk. I've had mine blocked in one position for the last 2 years. So I don't know why I got a standing desk.
I like to stand. Especially when I get tired, I have to stand.
It's good for the blood flow, I hear, right?
It is. It is indeed.
Villarreal just scored against Young Boys, which means that they are currently first
Same
level
group.
with Atalanta, and
Wow.
United's currently in third place. Oh no!
Wow. That's goals right now.
And Villarreal's form has been dreadful. They've only won like once in their last 5 games. They've been getting battered in La Liga. That's a
think
massive result if they can hold it.
Benfica scored. I got 2-1. Nice. Against Bayern. Nice.
Who's the better offside scorer, Werner or Morata? I think it's probably them two.
I lost you guys. Oh.
We lost.
Young Jay, love in your room. That's not his room. That's his lair. That's the IFTV bunker in Brooklyn.
I lost you guys for a second. I'm back now.
Wait, that's not your
Marco-
house?
No,
That's
this
his
is not.
bunker.
No, it's an office space.
Marco's an entrepreneur, so he has a space dedicated to his business.
was,
You should show people around, man. You've got like a AstroTurf closet where you
Yeah,
have
invite people
come
to
and-
watch you.
I know. I should. No more AstroTurf. This used to be
Goal.
like, you see this goal, like it literally was a goal that we used to use it for. Like everyone who would come in would make them like take shots, and the entire floor was like AstroTurf, but we got rid of it. We were like breaking the wall like way too much, and it was
Jenny
getting
would
bad.
break the back of the net if she
Yeah.
took a shot from that AstroTurf. Jenny, I've seen the videos of you doing your training regiments. Have you seen she does like a trivela shot like Ricardo Quaresma, outside of the boot,
I appreciate
curl
it,
to the
Mateo. Do you
top
play?
corner. Play. I try to play. Play is a strong word for what I do. I just basically play in goal and get scored on. That's my role.
Marco, do you play?
Yeah, I do. I play a lot over here in New York. We're lucky. There's like so many fields. I grew up playing my whole life. If I don't play, I'm a different person. I need to kick the ball around.
Wow. I heard that's a good story to potentially do, the fields of soccer pickup in New York.
I always say I grew up with no fields around here. Like as a kid, it was terrible grass. Like I still go to those fields that have grass. Like we never had AstroTurf, nothing. And now we're so lucky that there's a million fields for us to be playing on. And like kids now, everyone is playing soccer. I always say like for me growing up over here, the only two kinds of kids that played soccer, either you were like the son or daughter of an immigrant or you were like the weird kid that played soccer. Like now it's like the cool thing to play soccer.
Wasn't the whole thing that playing soccer in this country, the difference between this country and other countries is that here it's considered like a rich sport in the sense that it's pay to play, that you have to pay a lot of money for your kid to go to like soccer academies and train. Whereas in other countries, like, you know, I think of like even back home in Italy, it's kind of not really seen as the working class,
everyone's
more
game.
so the working. Yeah, it's like more of the working class game. It's like it doesn't cost as much as it does here to play. You just go out and play.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
We got
I was thinking
Yoko
about
from Manila. Look at that. Shout out Manila.
Oh my gosh, where are you guys all watching from? This is my favorite part where people are like coming from all over the US, all over the world. That's amazing.
Sluggo over here says these kids here in New York almost have as many good fields as there are basketball courts. And he says we had terrible grass here in New York. Where did you used to play, Sluggo? I still play on like some of those grass fields. It rains. If it rains the day before, you're screwed. Like you just come home with like dirt all over you. But
Marco, I live in this small town in the middle of nowhere that's like 25,000 people, but it has the best soccer academy in the state. And there's this area near my house where there's honestly 8 full pitches lined up, perfect grass, and you got to see the kids practicing on it. Like no wonder they're like churning out. They this area where I live in, they churned out a Premier League player. What's that guy's name? He played at NYCFC, then he played in the Premier League. I need to find his name.
This is so cool. Guys, there is someone from Portland, Oregon, from Singapore, Houston,
worldwide,
Maryland. We are worldwide.
Moldova.
No Moldova.
Way. Oh,
Jack
there
Harrison.
we go.
Jack Harrison. That's what I'm thinking of.
Hey.
No way.
Can you hear me?
How you doing, Grant?
Grant, are you in Chisinau?
I am.
I love that. I love that.
Great. Fantastic. Yeah, I've been here for almost a week. I've been traveling all over Moldova to FC Sheriff, or Sharif as they called them here, and seeing their league games, and it's a pretty crazy story.
It's insane. Grant, I can't wait to hear your take on it, because like it is, I read the blurb on how they got to power, and there's like a lot of crazy stuff behind the scenes. And half the stuff I was like, is this even true? But is that how you felt, that it was so crazy that you couldn't believe it was even true?
I mean, it's wild here. I mean, to give you an idea, just getting to Chisinau is a long trip. You have to fly through Istanbul. You get up, it's an hour north flight from Istanbul. And then you have to take a car for 90 minutes into Tiraspol, which is where FC Sheriff is.
Wow.
And you have to go through a customs place where you show your passport, and it's not even a recognized country. So It's totally wild. I'm back in Chisinau because there's Inter took the only good hotel in Tiraspol.
Of course.
And I had to come back.
That hotel looks pretty legit where you're staying now. That looks, there's like LED lights in the ceiling. You look like you're comfy there, Grant.
This is the best Courtyard by Marriott in the world, I'm convinced.
Looks amazing. You know that Moldova is a good wine growing region. Apparently they have wine. You should go check out some of the vineyards as well if you have time.
I haven't been to the vineyards, but I have sampled the wine. It's good.
Man.
And it's crazy inexpensive in this place.
Yeah.
So I do want to say thank you to y'all for kind of, taking me through these Champions League games because I haven't installed VPN on my new laptop yet, and so I can't see the games, and I am following them through you.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm sorry that we've like meandered and gone off in random tangents throughout.
All he's
About
hearing
Jenny's
is just a
double
Serie A
throws
bias.
and Marco's teeth.
Yeah, we've been talking about everything besides the game right now.
If you want to get back to the game for a second, feel free to go ahead.
Whoa! Cristiano scored.
No.
Oh, what a good. Who had that back heel? Who's number 18?
No. 4 minutes of extra time.
Get out of here with that seal.
Is that Bruno Fernandes back heel? Right
Number
before
18.
the end of the half.
Yeah,
This
Bruno
is the scary thing
Fernandes.
with Atalanta is they're defending sometimes. They love to push so many men forward that sometimes they forget that they still have to defend.
But they're never going to
That's
change
the
that because if they just
I
sat
know.
back, they get hammered. That's not who they are. That's not
No,
their
I
DNA.
get it. I get it. But
Yeah,
it's
Bruno,
frustrating
great
when they
back
don't
heel,
have
man.
Jim City in and they have to play Darun as a center back too.
From that position, he's never going to miss. Great back heel by Bruno. And
Come on.
the defending from Atalanta,
No. It's bad.
they get exposed because they have so many men committed forward. That wasn't the case in that particular play, but
And then they're usually
Yeah, they're
very
the-
reliant. They're relying on like Demiral. Like if Demiral is not there, then the defense is going to be all over the place. Obviously, after they sold Romero, things have been different. But like the fact that they don't have another center back that could slot in, and they got to play Darun, who yes, like he has played there, but he's really a center defensive midfielder. Just frustrating.
I love that they're bringing back up the question about are you going to sell out for money or so Grant. If the money is good enough, I'll ride the bench. Like let's talk numbers here, right? Grant, come on, you're
Grant
with
is
me
gonna
here.
believe his internet
I
is not
see
good
that
right now.
cheeky smile on your face, Grant. I know that there's an offer at some point where you're like, I'll ride the bench.
Shoot, that's a funny question. We've seen it a few times tonight. Yeah, I mean, I want to perform, man. That's all I want to do, wherever.
That's a very professional answer, Grant.
Mateo, are you the only one that's taking the money?
I think I'm the only one here that's being truthful, guys. Come on.
I think that the comment that we had before that was like, do the 20 and 20, and then the next year you're gonna get an upgraded contract. That's the best one.
Who's this guy? Who scored now? Acuna. Sevilla. No, what's going on?
I didn't see. Grant, who do you have for Champions League this year? Who are you liking so far?
I mean, good question. I mean, it's always hard not to think Man City and PSG and Bayern Munich. And, you know, like, I still want to see more from PSG, to be honest. I want to see those guys play with chemistry, not just star power. But you know, right now, obviously, some of the traditional powers like Barcelona may not even advance to the next round. So it's a really interesting tournament right now. But, you know, like, Liverpool is playing extremely well. You know, they're perfect so far in Champions League. And I guess my big question is, once the elimination rounds start, we won't really know anything big until then. Is the gap between the Premier League and the rest of the continent growing? And are we going to see that in Champions League? Are we going to see the English teams really separate themselves?
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I mean, I think so, Grant. I just look at the last few semifinals and even the finals, right? There was a period that it was the Spanish teams like Atleti, Real Madrid, Barcelona. But Real Madrid and Barcelona aren't, especially Barcelona, aren't the teams that they were at like the start of last decade. But the question I have for you guys, which I was thinking since you mentioned PSG, if you could choose one team for Messi to go to, which team would it be? And I know that it wouldn't be PSG. Like that, I feel like that was the most anticlimactic choice in the end. Like if I could, I honestly would have put him in the Premier League. I'll be honest. I think that would have been the most interesting narrative. Maybe Stoke, right? For the famous quote.
I wanted to
think?
go to City. I wanted to see, you know, to
Same.
reunite with Pep and see what that could produce again with so much talent around him. And I feel like City is a team with more chemistry than PSG. You know, and I think Messi in that setup could have done some really amazing things. And it's not that he won't with PSG, but I think the ceiling would have been higher with City.
You know what's crazy, Grant, is if you look at PSG's league games, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe are hardly playing together. It's
Right.
always like 2 out of the 3. So everyone had in their mind that it was going to be them 3 leading. It's not that at all, and they haven't even really been that inspiring compared to like how people maybe thought. You know, it's not a video game in the end, is it?
If you did let me dream, though, if money didn't matter and if it was my universe, I would have thrown him on Napoli. I think it would have been beautiful to see him go there. I want to watch him week in and week out in Serie A. It would have been amazing. I don't know, especially with the Maradona links and like could he have, especially with this Napoli? Can you imagine with how good they are in Serie A, top of the table? If you win in Naples, like you instantly become a legend over there for life.
I mean,
That's
the
an
thing about it,
amazing
though,
question.
with Napoli is
I
they're
love this.
having this memorable season right now without him. And I think this could be something we haven't seen since Maradona was at Napoli. And yes, it would have been cool to see Messi there, but I almost wonder if that would have, he probably only would have helped. But like they're having such a great season there, and I think it's just really fun to watch.
All right, the question. Would you rather have Messi's left foot or Cristiano's abs?
Grant's like, I don't need Ronaldo's abs. I got the rower at home. I'm good. I'm good. I see those workouts, Grant. Obviously, Messi's left foot. Like, I've never had abs, and I'm perfectly happy in my life. So Messi's left foot would have got. It's not like Messi's got golden abs, and look at where he is now.
I thought you were going to say which one makes you more money, Matteo, and then there was definitely Messi's left foot.
Well, Messi's left foot, clearly.
Yes. Is anyone choosing abs? Is anyone? Jenny?
Yeah, but you can work on abs. You can't work on the left foot. It's come on, CBS.
What do you mean you can't work on the left foot? You can work on the left foot.
Yeah, but like to have Messi's left foot, and you need to be born with it. You don't just work on. Like I think even technique is either something you have or don't. You can't really learn technique. You can learn to become like a better footballer, but like I'm saying that natural technique where players just look like they're gliding with the ball. I think that's genuinely something that you're born with.
Have you seen?
Like that's why there's
abs?
players that just can't do that. They do it every day in their life, even professional players, and they just don't have that touch. Abs, you just do a few crunches every day, you got abs.
Jenny, how was your left foot?
I have a great left foot. I actually, so I'm right-footed, like naturally. Weird. Hands and feet, they're connected. Okay, so born as a left-handed person, I was forced to switch to my right hand because we live in a right-handed world when I was young.
Yeah.
So I'm actually like naturally stronger with my left foot than I am my right foot. Crazy, but I'm like right-footed.
So you're like ambidextrous,
I am.
ambipedal. You're ambi everything.
I am. My brain works on both sides.
Wow. So that's like
Grant.
that makes you kind of superior, I think, to all three of us who just have one side and that's it.
Is anyone
So
a
you've
left-footed?
learned to master both sides. Like you can write with right and left.
I mean, I brush my teeth with my left hand, but I haven't tried writing with my left in a long time.
It reminds me that we need to invite Grant. We're making a team. We're making a local pickup team, a CVS team. We need you to join. What position are you?
I am one of those like hard-working but not very talented, high-energy guys. So I can play any position for y'all, and you'll appreciate me, but not because of my skill.
We're the same. That's it. We'll be the two guys on the team that just run. Whatever we lack in skill, we have to make up in work effort. That's how I always see it.
But we do need a CBS team in the corporate league. We can even get Matteo to come in from Connecticut, and we'll play in Chelsea Piers or somewhere like that. Some of these corporate leagues, though, I got to warn you, can get a little intense because the lower the skill level, the higher the aggro.
I can't play on a corporate league, guys. I'm sorry. I used to at my old job, and there was like fights breaking out. I was like, I don't want to fight with my coworkers, because I get very chippy when I play because I'm not good. So I get very frustrated. And I just want to kick people. So that's not probably a good thing with your coworkers. So I just refuse. Sorry. Marco,
I'm
I
very
love her too much.
competitive. Yeah, I'm also very
Matteo.
competitive, and I don't.
Good.
I don't know. I feel like that side of me coming out is just very contrasting to my character, like who I actually am. Like the competitive Jenny on the field is just like not nice. Like the other day, you guys know Eric. I played with Eric on Monday nights, and I was like, you just keep shutting off. You need to stay locked in. And I walked away like, oh, Whoa.
But you play with several you play with Andres Cordero, our play-by-play specialist.
I do.
You actually play with a really good five-a-side team. Like that team's got Kalen Kyle. There's Harrison Heath. I've heard that's a pretty legendary
Yes.
five-a-side. Like there's ex-pros on that. So that's high level stuff.
We have a good time. I
Grant,
still
you see the
score the most
question
goals
there?
though. So
Who's your player comparison, Grant?
Oh, for me? I mean, it's hard to say because like whatever, like maybe Paul Arriola, like a guy that has a high energy but no skill. But like,
So
other than that, it's kind of hard to make a comparison. I'm not that
Little
good.
Gattuso?
Gattuso actually had more talent than people gave him credit for, but and I'm not a guy who's like a total jackass on the field, so maybe not quite the same.
you're not headbutting Joe Jordan from Tottenham. You're not gonna go and do that stuff. Do you guys remember that game, Gattuso, when he decided to headbutt Joe Jordan? I think he headbutted Peter Crouch as well, which is Harry, because he basically headbutted Peter Crouch's sternum, because Peter Crouch is 6'6". Yeah, he lost it. He lost his mind. There was a great story with Gattuso from Alexander Pato, who said that after one of those losses in the Champions League, Gattuso said that Pato went to hide in the dressing room because Gattuso was that pissed off in the dressing room. Like Gattuso genuinely terrified his teammates in the locker room.
Did you ever see in Pirlo's book? He says that there was times like they would mess with Gattuso every time, and he would just stab them with like forks and knives, like as they were eating, and like and then like for the training report, like when they would miss out on like a game, they would be like, oh yeah, muscle injury again for like this player, but it was really like Gattuso stabbing everybody.
Yep,
what?
That was brilliant. Do you guys have a favorite football book? Jenny, I know you asked the question a while ago about favorite soccer books. Did you find any that you like that are just genuinely like top notch?
I got a couple good like recommendations actually. I just finished Leading by Alex Ferguson. I take off the paper. What is it? The sleeves. Just finished that. What should be my next book, Matteo? Hit us up with all the book suggestions.
Next book. The Verona
really
book is amazing, isn't it? I don't read right now. I just don't have time to read. I wish I could, but I remember the Verona book is what is it? Miracle Verona? What's it called? Grant, you know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about Miracle of Castel di Sangro?
No, well, that's another very famous one. I think that's one of the most famous Italian soccer books.
Joe McGinnis. Great book, Brad.
Yeah, Joe McGinnis. Yeah, Ray Hudson's friend. Ray gave me that book, and he got really pissed off at me because I didn't read it. So he like gave it to me, and then he asked me, "How did you like the book?" I was like, "I liked it." And he said, "What did you like about it?" I said, "I didn't read it. Sorry." So I lied straight to his face.
Wow. I want to read Peter Schmeichel and Guillaume Balaguer's books. They were both in our studio. Like they both brought them to our studio. It was really cool. And I need to read those. Have you guys read those?
book is really good. Das Reboot. I have not read those, but I will.
I was supposed to read that one. The I Am
Das
Zlatan.
Reboot.
Did you guys read I Am Zlatan? That like for me is like the best. I don't like reading at all, but I read that so quick.
I Am Zlatan is one of the best autobiographies of all time in sports. I mean, like Zlatan just goes off on everybody, including Pep Guardiola. Like it's an amazing book, and he talks about his own life, and it's along with Andre Agassi's sports autobiography, the best sports autobiography I've ever read.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. Like for me, I love that because also like the honesty was so good. Mateo's winning now for best
Oh
back.
my
A
gosh,
special guest
Precious.
decided to join us.
So this is why you don't read, huh?
This is exactly why I don't read.
Future pundit.
There it is.
He's a bit
What's
perplexed.
his
He's
name?
staring right at Grant. He's like, "Why is Grant in Moldova?"
Hi, Kay. Oh, she can't hear us.
Yeah.
We can't hear you
He just
anymore.
said, said "die," which means in Italian, "Come on." Or maybe he just woke up and chose violence and he said "die."
two sports books you could read are The Beckham Experiment and Masters of Modern Soccer. I've heard they're pretty good.
The Beckham Experiment. I'm gonna write that one down.
Selling on the Twitch. Grant, selling on the Twitch.
I didn't read that one yet.
Grant, there was a question for you. Honest assessment of the U.S. men at this point of the qualification. World Cup.
I mean, they're on track to qualify. I know that people get upset when they lose to Panama, and I totally understand it. But the point of World Cup qualifying is to qualify for the World Cup, and the U.S. is on track to qualify for the World Cup after not doing it 4 years ago. So that's a positive. Can their performances get better? Yes. And I think there's a big difference between qualifying for the World Cup and CONCACAF and how you play at the World Cup itself and which players you decide to use at the World Cup, which may be different from the players you use during CONCACAF qualifying. So, you know, we'll see what happens with this USA-Mexico game, which is just a week and a half away, and the game at Jamaica on CBS. But it's a situation where things can change very quickly in World Cup qualifying. And so every game matters and you can't screw up, especially at home. And so they've got 2 games coming up starting next week, and they won't have to rotate as much because there's only 2 games in this window, but you kind of need to beat Mexico at home. And if you don't do that, that's a problem. What do you guys think?
Jenny, what was the vibe that you got when you traveled to the away games? Because you were there for the last one. You were there for was the defeat, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. In all of them, they haven't been very happy about their performance. The only positive was the Honduras win when they had the strong second half. But I feel like the El Salvador and the Panama games both obviously like upset energy throughout and in their locker rooms. But I don't know. You know, we have this November window coming up. We'll see how the Mexico game goes. I think that's the biggest test. That's going to have the most eyes, obviously. Like, people care about that rivalry so much. And the fact that Mexico lost twice in the summer, they're not going to want to lose again, and they are coming in full strength.
Yeah, some epic games between U.S. and Mexico this summer. One of the most enjoyable commentaries as well, the save from Horvath by Dre. If you guys haven't heard it, Dre Cordero's Twitter, it's pinned right there. It was just one of the good moments from the USMNT in the last few years for sure. Right, just kind of felt like, we're back. We got this. Come on, let's go.
Oh, the Nations League? That was crazy. I was there in person as well, covering it for CBS Sports.
What was
that?
Wild. What was that like? It was amazing, right?
Very emotional, very loud. Like, the fact that it was in America and it was USA Mexico, and I was there for it. I was like beyond. There's your question, Grant.
I am not officially. I'm not yet a member of the Sheriff Cartel, just so you know. But I'm trying to find the oligarch who runs Sheriff and runs the entire area of Transnistria, Tiraspol. I got his cell number finally, but this dude never gives an interview, so he didn't respond to my message yet. So we'll see if I can find him tomorrow.
Can you give us a snippet of like just why it's so wild, the story with Transnistria, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Sheriff?
Yeah, I mean, so Sheriff is located in a part of Moldova that is a breakaway republic from the rest of Moldova, former Soviet Republic itself. And nobody, the United Nations, not any other country, recognizes Transnistria as a separate country. So, in any case, like, you still have to show your passport to go into Transnistria to go to the game tomorrow night, but it's got its own currency. My credit card doesn't work in Transnistria.
What's the currency called?
It's a Transnistrian ruble. I've got a bunch of them that I have to change back into dollars because I had all these requests to buy Sheriff shirts from people in New York. and they don't even have a fan shop. They don't even produce shirts.
Oh my gosh.
And so now I've got.
So what do the
all
fans do? The fans just show up in whatever they're wearing? They don't have kits?
I mean, they have scarves. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, it's a wild place. I'll write a lot more about it over the next week or so. But I've never been to a place as random as this. And I've been to some crazy games over the years in Angola and China and random spots. But yeah. But I do know you guys have some games starting up again, so I should probably.
Yeah. No, I honestly keep going about Transnistria as much as you want. Bring me back like the equivalent of $1 in Transnistrian money, because that's a pretty cool collectible item.
Awesome, great to talk to you guys.
Thank you, Grant.
Awesome,
right.
Grant.
Hopping on from
I'll see you,
Moldova. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Right.
Juve's
So
been
where
playing
are we
for 5
going to
minutes.
focus? Because there's some really good games here in the second half. Marco, I think you got to take that Juve angle, man.
Juve's been playing for 5 minutes.
United.
Dybala nearly scored. He was like inches away from scoring.
All right, let me boot up the Atalanta
What do you think?
United.
Yeah, what do you think happens in this match? We just kicked off. Second half.
I mean, my 2-1 prediction is still there, but I'm not feeling as good as I was in the beginning. I feel like Man United's quality is probably going to be hard to beat. I'll stay positive and optimistic and keep my 2-1 though. I'm more hopeful though than anything.
I have a question for United fans watching. Who's the player that isn't getting much time now that you guys are desperate to see get more minutes? Is it Sancho? Is it Van de Beek?
I liked him a lot at Ajax. I know I speak to some of my friends that are United fans, and they've too, or they're disappointed that he hasn't been able to play much. I don't know what it's been, if anyone knows actually why he's not playing.
Did you just give something away?
No, there was just a attack from
right?
Atalanta.
Oh my gosh, I gotta refresh.
I know, mine is so slow.
Yeah,
It's killing me.
It was offside. Yeah, it was just offside. Yeah, it didn't matter because it didn't go in, but it was offside.
I see Gio says Sancho.
Yeah, Sancho. It's like,
Sancho.
guys, he was an absolute stud at Borussia Dortmund, and he cost them like £90 million.
Slugger says Sancho for sure.
Fun player, exciting dribbler. Like, just know, like, there's only so many players. Juve kind of have the same situation, Marco, where they spent like 45 mil on Kulusevski, and he's not going to be in the lineup if everyone's healthy.
No, I know it didn't make sense. I was going to say, speaking about that, Van de Beek. I'll take Van de Beek. We could take him in Serie A if he needs minutes and he's not playing. I see he's saying that he plays in Bruno's position and he's not better than him. It would be
the thing is, I think they signed Van de Beek to play. Like, of course, that Bruno Fernandes is a better player, but I remember. What generated such a response?
I just saw Bruno Fernandes turning, and then he obviously got blocked.
Okay, good.
Am I what time are you guys on?
48-11.
Oh my gosh, you're so ahead of me.
Mateo's like 2 or 3 seconds ahead of me, just like before.
You're over 10 seconds ahead of me, like nearly 15. Oh, I think Bayern just scored. I'm seeing a celebration. 3-1 now?
Good point from Young Jay. United supporters wanted Sancho to United for so long. It's got to be Sancho. Yeah, especially with the price tag that it came in for. Like, in what world is a player that's 90 million not playing?
Yeah. Doesn't exist in many places. Chiesa is just tearing it up on the left side.
Off the post, United. Oh, flags up. Oh, my gosh. Mason Greenwood got in behind. Yeah, he was just offside. Good passing, though. Really good combination there from United that led to that.
Oh, my gosh. He tried to hit that first pole. Wow.
Jenny,
let
me ask
you. Smash it in your post.
What do you think about Federico Chiesa?
Oh, he's great.
You like him?
Big fan. I do.
He's doing so good right now. I like to hear what the outside perception of Chiesa is. And for anyone in the comment section, what you guys think about Chiesa, how you rate him. He's
A
been
lot of
he's been
people, Marco,
unbelievable.
that don't watch Serie A, which you guys should be watching Serie A. Come on CBS Sports. I think they have the memory of Chiesa from the Euros, and he really
Yeah, I was
played
gonna
well.
say.
I mean, all of Italy, like if that's your experience with Chiesa, you're probably a big fan.
Plus against Chelsea too. Like I feel like when you're doing it at that stage, that's what really like gets shared around and everybody's able.
Is he
to
not
see
doing
it.
that way in Serie A?
It's been a little bit of up and down with Allegri right now. Like he's been amazing. He might have just drawn a penalty kick. Yeah, he just drew a penalty kick. Literally as we were saying that. Chiesa got fouled in the box, dribbled the player, and he got.
He heard that you were going to talk a little bit of smack, and he was like,
"No,
nah.
not at all. I'm not talking smack about him. Allegri does a little bit. No, he's unbelievable. He's one of the best players that Juventus has. It's just the coach Allegri, like the new coach, has said that sometimes he runs around and he uses too much energy in positions that he shouldn't be.
Yeah,
and
he
kind
says
of like
he only lasts.
for 90 minutes.
He only lasts 70 minutes because he presses too much.
Which
imagine
which
getting
I don't
your
really
coach
agree.
getting pissed off because you press too
Mad
much.
for your pressing. No.
Yeah,
I don't agree with
great.
that.
I
Look
would
at that
love
first
someone
touch
to
from
press.
Chiesa.
And at the problem too with him, not with him, with Allegri in the positions that he's played him in. We saw at Fiorentina when he's at Fiorentina, he played in a 3-5-2 where he had to be a wing back, and he had so much work to do defensively where he should not be wasting energy defending. Like that's for other players. He dribbles his man nonstop, so he needs to
Dybala
play
penalty
goal.
spot.
All right, come on, Dybala. Come on, Dybala.
Oh, he missed it.
No. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, are they retaking it? Are they retaking
they're
it?
retaking it. They're
Yes!
retaking it. Oh my! How lucky are you, Marco?
If they don't follow the rules of a penalty kick, they got to retake
Marco,
it.
you're so lucky, bro.
It's
You're
not me that's
so
earning the penalty.
lucky.
We got to score first, and then we can say it's lucky. Let's see.
So here are the mind games. Is he going to go same side? He went right side
Let's
first,
go this
drilled
way.
it. Yeah, the goalkeeper didn't have both feet on the line. That's why.
Is that it, or was it the player
Yeah.
that
Look at
ran
his
in?
feet. Look at his feet. Look at his feet.
I don't see
Yeah,
it.
stay back there, goalkeeper. Who's the Zenit goalkeeper? Stay on your line.
Oh, he was behind the
What are you
line?
doing? No, he had
No.
a foot ahead of the line.
You sure?
Yes.
I didn't see a full replay, but I thought that it was. I think he's yelling at the players. He's yelling at the players for running inside the box.
All right, Dybala, penalty number 2.
Dybala.
The drama is extreme. I don't even know how I should be. My body is.
He should do a
Young
full
boys
dive.
have equalized as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, hey, same side. Marco, come on. Do the mask. Do the mask,
Let's go.
Marco. There we
Let's
go, baby. There
Let's
we go.
That's what happened.
Same side, too. Those are the mind games.
You see? So that means
Jenny,
that
were you a
Atalanta's
penalty
gonna score.
taker in your day or no?
I was not.
Did you just didn't like taking them or the
I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
like.
don't think-
I'm not good with pressure. I don't know if you guys have realized this. Like pressure and I don't get along.
That's a good. That's a
I
good.
don't know. I
question,
mean,
though.
you're on with the great Marco Messina and you seem unfazed, so I thought you were pretty good at pressure.
Some of these comments are big fans of you, Mateo. Have you seen them?
I have not. Let's see. Who do I need to send a blank check to?
That's a good question, though. Well, I know Jenny kind of answered now, but for Mateo and for anyone in the comments, let's say it's your country, you're in a World Cup final, you could take the last penalty kick to win the game. Do you step up or do you let somebody else take the penalty?
No
You
chance.
go for glory. No?
No, because if you miss it, then like Robbie Baggio did in '94, then everyone remembers you for the rest of your life, and that's like the moment that
And, like, some
will
people get
show
murdered.
time and time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of
What
this?
was that?
I
Yeah.
saw
What was
that,
that great?
30
The documentary on Escobar, the player.
Escobar, yeah.
Yeah, in the '94 USA World Cup.
I would definitely take it, though. I definitely.
Did you
go
guys
for
see that
glory.
documentary, Marco? The two
Yeah,
Escobars?
yeah, I saw it. I saw it. It was
Amazing.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
mean,
wanna watch
horrible
this
story,
tonight.
but an amazing.
It's a
commentary.
crazy story. But listen, you're thinking about the negative. What happens if you score? If you score, you're like Grosso, who no matter what happens in your career, you are going to live every single day with somebody coming up to you and saying, thank you for scoring the goal that wins us the World Cup.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
You're
score.
so
That's the problem.
positive. You're so
I would-
positive. I like
Yeah,
this.
Marco, get out of here with your positivity.
No,
Come
that's
on, you
lovely
have
that you're
to.
thinking. Yeah, of course, you're gonna score it. No, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it as like I'm not trying to get murdered if I miss this and like ruin my country's hopes of
So
everything.
if we were all on the same team, clearly Marco would be our penalty taker. and me and Jenny would just stand in the back.
Just from his positivity alone, he's the only one that's gonna make that.
Did you ever hear the quote from Jordan? They asked him one. They were like, "Oh, were you ever scared to miss a free throw?" And he's like, "Why would I be scared of something that didn't happen yet?" It's pretty good.
Bro, that guy played with a flu. Have you guys ever had a flu? I remember when I came down with swine flu. Like, imagine playing 38 minutes, 40 minutes in an NBA game with a flu. Not a cold, a flu.
Or was it poison?
No, it was a flu. A flu. It was his flu game, Marco.
Did you ever see did you see his documentary where they say like where he talks like I don't know if you ever saw it, like they say, was it really a flu or was it not a flu? Wasn't that the whole thing?
I think it was a flu.
I
think that's like a famous moment. Yeah, it was like a horrible stomach flu or something. Even worse.
No, listen, it's Jordan. I get it, but I would take the shot.
Well, there's apparently stories that it was like purposely spiked with something or late. I don't know.
Zapata! Did he score? It's offsides. No.
Really?
Duvan. No.
He doesn't look like he's offsides if that goes in.
Good. Let's watch it again. We need to.
Dybala nearly scored. Gillis, question for Benetti. Fiber, putty, or cream for that beautiful hair? Neither. If you must know, my hair care regiment, I think is the word, is honestly 10 seconds. And it's called, I'm not sponsored by them. It's called Quicksand by Hans de Foucault. And it's literal quicksand.
You have unbelievable hair.
I don't do anything with the sprays or not any of that stuff. Thank you.
It's just as beautiful in person, by the way.
It's like a cement helmet. Like if there was ever the day that I'm old, like I feel like my hair will live longer than me. Like as a cement, you can take it off. It doesn't move. It's very weather resistant.
They're checking the goal, by the way. Please.
Should we?
It looked close. It looked really close.
Please.
I think we should, CBS. I think we should go in partnership 50-50. Get some of that quicksand.
Someone said he was at least a step ahead. I don't know. The angle that I saw,
go check it, please.
Looked pretty close.
You got to put the quicksand on when the hair is still a little bit moist out of the shower. It can't be fully dry.
Are we still on hair?
Yeah, I know. I'm stressed over if we're getting a goal.
Hey,
like,
Colin Reese said, "Is it towel dry straight out of the shower?" I've got to answer the people watching on.
I feel like this is Mateo on like burner accounts.
These are important things that they're asking.
Ask me more about my hair, please.
Marco, what's your hair care?
Zero. I don't do much.
What about your skincare routine? That's the one you really focus on, isn't it?
I always use an SPF lotion.
That's so. I need to start doing that. I feel like everyone does that but me.
Do that.
Yeah.
You don't use any sunblock?
No.
How are they still checking it?
This is taking a long time.
More interesting, Benetti hair or Barca Kiev?
Goal! Right?
It's a goal?
Right or no?
You're ahead of me. I don't know.
Yes! Atalanta! 2-1, baby. Let's go.
Oh, I missed this. I missed this because I was on Golasso. This is Nico Cantor's fault. Why is Nico not cueing the Atalanta the whole time? Come on, Nico.
Both of you are wrong in your predictions.
Yes. I had 2-1.
Both of you picked Man United.
Was that who was that? Is that Harry Maguire that got?
I said Atalanta 2-1.
No. Who was that? Yeah, that was Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire in the rearview mirror. Yes. I didn't give a prediction.
Yes.
Did you actually not?
No, I didn't.
You picked Manchester United, no?
No, I know I did. I said Atalanta 2-0.
Oh yeah, you said 2-0.
Oh.
You said 2-0. He did.
Guys, can we talk about Harry Maguire in the last 2 weeks? By the way, have you guys seen? There's like a reel going around of all the mistakes he's made in the last few games.
I mean,
He was in the rear. Duvan was looking in the rearview mirror, saying, "Hey, that's the former most expensive defender of all time behind me, isn't it?"
Arturo, I predicted Zapata. Viva Atalanta. Grande Arturo.
That's not a hard prediction, Arturo.
Yes, it is.
Arturo, don't get all cocky with us.
If we get the win, if he gets to Arturo, I'm giving.
How is that? That's not a bold. That's not like a oh my god hot take. Zapata scoring.
Arturo, did you predict that Atalanta was going to win? If he gets that and he gets Zapata and that happens,
there's more United haters on here than United fans.
Hey, foul.
There's a lot of people enjoying the misery right now.
That's true. Why is that the case? Why do people hate United so much? I hate no one. So
United's a historic team. I have nothing but respect for them.
I think
What is
it's
this?
a little bit of friendly banter. It's like if a team spends so much money and they're constantly spending a lot of money, then if the results don't back it and you would lose to a team like Atalanta, it's rivalry and banter at the end of the day from other fans. I mean, like when Maguire went for that much money, I know I was one of those guys too that was like, come on, we have so many great defenders in Italy that would cost you like a quarter of what
Right.
Maguire would go for, and it's kind of like, all right, look, you just spend money without even like thinking about who you were getting. So I think that some of it comes from that.
That makes sense. I just want to say that someone said that when I said it was not offsides, they said that he was a whole foot ahead of him, and he was not. I'm
Grande
just here to
Jenny.
I'm just here to talk smack.
The Atalanta fan is really coming out.
The thing is, when United are going for a player, there's like a United tax, right? That teams are like, they're Manchester United, like we can charge them crazy money. When Atalanta go and get a player, the team's like just happy to get rid of the player. Atalanta's like, here, we can offer you 10 million euro. Will you take it? They're like, oh, poor Atalanta. That's all they can offer. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
No way.
Oh my God. No, he missed. Did he
No,
miss?
I just didn't. Miners didn't play the right ball, and he had Duvan at the far post, and he mishit it.
One more, boys. Chiesa's on the attack over here too. Cuts in twice, beats his man. Oh, just over the bar.
Marco, that was a pretty good play-by-play sequence from you there, man.
Thank you.
You don't do play-by-play, do you, Marco?
No, I don't. I don't think I'm good enough to do play-by-play. I'm too emotional.
You literally just had all the positive energy in the world, and then you just said you're not good enough or something. This is not adding up.
I'm too.
Yeah,
I'm too emotional,
bit of negative energy there from you, Marco. You're really dragging down the mood.
It's hard.
I was
I
trying
live
to-
these games. I suffer when the team that I'm rooting for plays. I really, really suffer. Like, this is not easy right now watching like Atalanta. For me, okay, like I said, for me right now, this is Italy against England. Like Atalanta United, like I want to represent Atalanta, because it's hard for me to even be unbiased if I would be commentating this match, for example.
Guys, my Paramount feed froze. Oh, there we go.
Mine's good. Ooh,
Can we just admire Jenny's shelf behind her? There's like a CBS award and then 3 cacti.
One of my cacti is dying. How do you kill a cacti? How bad do
well,
you
you
have to
can't.
be of a
You can't. I don't
caregiver?
think you can't dehydrate it. So I don't know what happened to that poor
You can
cacti.
throw it out. No.
I think they need more
Like-
sun. They're too far away from the window.
And what's that thing on the right? It must be special if it's because that seems like a special shelf.
What are you talking about?
I'm like, look, I see there's a CBS award on one side, but what's the
On
other thing
top.
on the other side? There's the
That
3
is a-
cactus, and then there's 2
Oh.
things on either side.
No, there's a Champions League mini trophy that I got at the final last year.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty
when
legit.
Chelsea won, and I thought I deserved that because I covered the game and Chelsea won. And then
You are a good luck charm, apparently. Can you
I am.
come? Can you come to Italy for a
Atalanta
little
might
while?
win the Champions League this year, you know? So whatever. Now that I'm on board. If it
From your
happens,
mouth to a higher power, please.
Yeah, so people are saying that you need to give your cacti sun. That's all they ask. They don't even ask to be watered.
sun? Oh, they don't need water?
They probably need vitamin D just like we do.
Okay.
Besides
Can I
the
like crush
cacti,
some pills up?
I like this question from CBS. What
That's
did they have?
hashtag cacti abuse.
Oh, okay. That's a good
Hair and
question.
cacti. What does
What
City
does-
need to do to raise its
Gillis
profile
says
today?
Marco only feels confident when he takes his shirt off. So for those of you that don't know what he's talking about, Marco had a very infamous moment this summer when Italy scored, I think, the winner, and he ripped off his shirt and he did the flex because he's been really working out at the gym. So it was finally like the perfect moment to showcase the guns.
That's why you can't have me on play-by-play. I might like.
And the thing
blow
is
out
that
the
it was so
microphone.
rehearsed because they were all oiled as well. So he clearly oiled them.
I went to get
As
a
in
tan like the night
yours.
before.
Yeah.
I shaved. I made sure.
Did you put some like bronzer on to make
Yeah,
yourself more
that's
defined
it.
as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, I got a
Yes.
tan. I did it all.
Well, there was, if you look closely, there's like Sharpie lines as well. He drew each of the packs as well. They're like drawn on.
5-minute
well.
abs.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
What did your
Anyway,
mom
listen.
think about that? You like half naked on television.
No, I know that's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
What did your
Can I
mom
just
say?
say that Marco's mom's amazing? Tell your mom.
I got that vibe as well.
Yeah,
She brought us. She made us sandwiches for our game in Serie A. last weekend. She made everyone mortadella and cheese sandwiches, but the bread was so amazing. The mortadella was delicious. She's a lovely woman. And I saw
Can you
someone
tell
ask,
us what
what can
that is?
Serie A do? Mortadella?
Yeah.
It's like
Jenny.
Italian salumi. It's like a
sorry.
prosciutto.
You gotta come to Brooklyn. Come to Brooklyn. We'll get you some mortadella.
I will. Would you say that as an Italian man, you guys are known for being mama's boys?
Definitely. I had to drive 30 minutes in Brooklyn to her house in Brooklyn to go get these sandwiches. And she called me the morning of, and she's like, Matteo mentioned on the broadcast that he loves mortadella. Not even for me or for anything.
That's
She's
so
like,
sweet.
Matteo mentioned it.
Sweet.
I said, how do you know that Matteo likes mortadella? And then when I got there, Matteo said that he did mention it one time, I guess, on air.
Jenny, mortadella, since you asked, is an Italian cold cut made of pork and often studded with pistachios. It is seasoned with a mixture of peppers, caraway, and garlic, and has a disarmingly silky texture thanks to a healthy dose.
Are you
of
trying
pork
out
fat.
for a Food Network like a food? I would give it to you just with that description alone.
I just read it on Google just now.
Oh,
Really?
I thought that was coming
I didn't
straight
know
out of
that.
your dome.
15%. No, I was. Maybe I should have just said yes. It was. As if I have a description like that for every Italian salumi. I actually do. Mortadella is a legendary one. We have to get you some. They
Mortadella is
definitely
so
have it in
good.
Miami too. Miami's got some really good food.
You know, you gave me that that restaurant. I still haven't gone. I keep pitching it to people, and people are like, "That's so far away." But there's one restaurant Matteo suggested that I still have to go to.
Matteo,
Yes,
I think we
there's
gotta
some legendary Italian restaurants there.
Matteo, we gotta take that question from CBS Sports. What does Serie A need to do to raise its profile in the United States? You want to start, or you want me to start?
Well, look, I think
long
star power is a big one, but the good thing that Serie A has going for it is that the Italian Americans, first of all, there's a ton of Italian Americans in this country, but they're so passionate. This is like generations deep, their appreciation for the league. So even if they lose their best players, they're not just going to like follow Cristiano Ronaldo wherever he goes. They're Juve fans no matter what. It's definitely a league on the up, though. I think it's a league that is slowly getting better overall. If you just forget like Lukaku, Hakimi, Ronaldo, like, yeah, those are three massive stars that left. It's not good. But overall, the quality of the league, I think, is growing. I really do. I think if you look at it like especially the top 8 or so, the fact that there's parity, there's amazing games every single weekend. Like, I think it's a league that if you like good looking football this year, they're playing some amazing games in Serie A.
That's definitely, yeah, for sure, Matteo, on the footballing side. And I think like the problems obviously run like deep with that. One of the things that I really appreciate and admire and love about the Premier League is the way that they marketed this sport in this country for years. I'm such a big fan of that. I remember, just growing up, I knew the Premier League as the beautiful game. They did such a good job ingraining that. Like, if you go to like random deep spots into Brooklyn, you'll find an Everton fan watching a game in a bar. Like, that does not happen in Serie A. And a lot of that has to do with, being available and also what the league has to do on social media. And growing that side for the next generation of fans. But as Matteo said, we're very blessed. And I say this honestly, like with CBS, like we're so lucky that there's finally, for the first time, actually content around the game besides just throwing the game up and being able to watch it. Like, there's finally like some conversation and a lot of big plans to try to promote the league.
Yeah.
So
City has never had anything like this, never even close. Like, if this is the best time to start watching the league, just because of the coverage that we're doing.
He has a goal. Federico, he has a goal. Let's go.
Okay, so
third one's coming from
he can't
Atalanta.
be
Let's go.
Can't be a play-by-play. Got it.
Woo. Let's go, baby. You see?
I just put it on now. I'm gonna look at the replay.
Look at this goal.
They said
It's
selfish
unbelievable.
but good. Would you agree with that?
Sure. Yeah, I like that. He needs to be
He's
selfish.
onside.
With the players that he has around him, he needs to be a little bit selfish. He can't trust the
What did
guy.
he do there? Just twist and turn his defender.
Wait, there's actually a
Look at
crazy
that.
stat
Look at the
about
defender.
Champions
Look at the
League.
defender.
About him
Oh
in
yeah, he's gonna
Champions
cut
League.
in. Think again, mate. And he just blasts it. Bottom corner, far post. Oh, and that's a captain too. Ooh, he got humiliated.
Question for y'all. So obviously you guys talk about there's a lot of Italian Americans, and when we talk about Serie A growing in this country, how do you get the non-Italians to follow the league?
Yeah, I I think obviously like through the ways that we mentioned for sure, but I think Serie A has such interesting storylines. Like the things that happen in Italy really don't happen in every single league. Like it's hilarious some of the storylines that there are. And I think also like the fact that we have so many teams that have history, like a deep history. You got 7-8 teams that have done something in the past in the league. So I think those things are definitely interesting. Also, like especially now, a younger generation, we understand like we want goals, you want excitement, you want back and forth because our attention spans are short. I mean, Serie A, I don't know the exact number, but we've had like the most goals in
also,
Europe.
Marco, pat yourself on the back, man, because your IFTV company, like what you've done to grow the league is massive. Like you're doing like the grassroots thing, like kids grow up watching IFTV. Like there's more coverage for Serie A than there's ever been in this country.
I have
so CBS Sports Golasso to get that non-Italians to follow the league marketed to the West Coast. I mean, the West Coast is a tricky place to watch European soccer, guys. I'm sorry, but personally, me, if my game was on at 6 a.m. on a Sunday, that's tough. Like even if it's your team, sometimes like I went out, like I have to wake up at 6 a.m. Like the West Coast is just. I think maybe you got to move to the East Coast, right? 9 a.m. perfect time. You get the espresso going, the cappuccino going. You just had that nice 7-hour nap. Government recommended 7 to 8 hours. Beautiful time to watch soccer. I don't know about you guys, but I think that watching soccer in the East Coast, European soccer, is the best. It's better than nights. You don't have to waste every night to watch soccer. You just watch it morning and afternoon. You have your lunch. You got your soccer. Jenny, do you agree with me?
Yes. Do you have cappuccino and espresso like at night as well?
Cappuccino.
No, you shouldn't have caffeine like within 6 hours of your bedtime.
No, that's not true. I can have an espresso right before I go to sleep, and I'll be perfect.
Yeah, but you're built different. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I swear, like go to any like Italian party over here, you'll see all the old men, like there's 80, 90-year-old men that like at 9, 10 o'clock they'll have an espresso and they'll be out right away. So it's fine. Cappuccino, they say in Italy like you can't have it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, but. I'm not too crazy about that rule. I know a lot of people, they go to Italy and they want to have a cappuccino whenever they want to have a cappuccino. I'm not the person that's going to, go crazy on you, but you should have an espresso.
Marco, is it? Hold on. Juve. Oh, Chiesa.
Again?
No. Almost. It just went across the 6.
By the way, Chiesa has a crazy stat. He scored in each of his last 4 home games in Champions League. The last Juventus player to do that in 4 games was Trezeguet in 2001.
Huh. Legendary poacher. David Trezeguet. This is end-to-end, but I think I'm going to log off Juve Zenit. And what game do you think I should be watching right now, Zenit? Should I go with Nico Golasso? Let's see.
I think Barcelona scored.
Yeah,
I saw a comment about it, but I didn't see the goal.
Yeah, Bayern's 4-2, so I'm not going to watch that. Let's go back to Atalanta Man United, the future game.
Muriel came in. So as I seen in the comment section, we got double Colombian action. Young_J saying so. Muriel is like an unbelievable super sub. Matteo probably knows off the top of his head because he's incredible with remembering the stats.
Yes.
But I know he was like one of the best goal scoring ratios in all.
Him and Lewandowski, he scored a goal every 67 minutes last season. Him and Lewandowski, best goal per minute ratio anywhere in the world.
What an asset to be able to have him. I know we were talking about benches.
Look at this guy in a comment. Colin Reese acting all Italian. No milk in the coffee after 10 a.m. Colin, what if I told you that I brew my own beans and I have a drip machine? Would you say I'm not Italian? I like it better. I like enjoying multiple sips. Espresso is a bit overrated. Let's say the truth.
No.
Espresso's one quick shot, it's gone. Okay. If you need a quick hit, I get it. But to actually enjoy the taste of coffee, you gotta brew your own beans, Marco. You gotta grind your own beans, brew your own coffee.
I have a grinder that.
But an espresso's boring. An espresso. Let's put this out. Espresso's very overrated. It's boring. It's one sip.
Take this guy out right now, Jenny. Do you have the power
one
to
sip
kick him
and you're
off?
done? One sip and you're done. Jenny,
Power to what? Sorry.
No, I was joking. I was saying to take Matteo's feet off right now.
Oh, I have a Chemex and I also have my own like grinder and I make my fresh pour over coffee every morning. It's wonderful.
So good.
But the cappuccino life sounds a lot nicer.
Yeah, espresso's just I'm not hating on the taste. I'm hating on the experience. It's one quick
I
sip and you're
agree.
done. You're out.
I'm not an
Coffee is
espresso
nice to
fan.
Nah.
sit there. You got the newspaper. You got your iPad. You're reading. You take. You finish it in 10 minutes, like a nice cigar.
That's
what
how
the
a breakfast
coffee
is in
experience
Italy. You go, you stand it, you have it standing up. You sit it at the bar. You drink your espresso, and you go on.
Oh my gosh. Both of you. I went to Italy to cover a match, and I had the best, and for the first time ever, carpaccio ever. It was shockingly amazing, and I had never had, like, I've ordered it multiple times in the States, and it's just nothing like it.
Where'd you go in
Tragic.
Italy?
I was in Rome.
How did you like it?
It was awesome, but I also didn't understand many people. Like, I would
Yeah,
assume
that'll
that
happen.
most people like know English, but because it was during COVID, there was no like tourists and stuff. So
Okay.
full
Did you have
Italian.
one of the Roman signature pasta, like a matriciana or grisha,
Cacio e pepe.
cacio e pepe?
I'm getting hungry.
I had one pasta while I was there, and it was way too salty. I could not eat it.
No. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Where'd you go?
Yeah. That's the thing. Was it a tourist place? Was it a place
It
that
was
had the
near the
photos of the dishes
Was there English
outside?
menu? If there's ever an English menu, you go to a different
Was
spot.
there a
No,
large
no.
printout with the photos of the dishes? That's the
No,
biggest
no,
red
no.
flag, especially near the Coliseum.
Yeah. Anything near like in those piazzas are never good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give
whatever
you
it
guys
was.
all-
You know what it was? Let me say. I remember this exactly. While I was eating, there was a couple next to me, like full on making out all over each other, and I was like, "This is very different culture. Like, what do you? This is uncomfortable for me to sit here and eat by myself." Apparently, Italians are like a little more touchy.
That's what they
Yeah,
say.
that's
Is that a stretch? Is that
sounds-
just like a one-time experience?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
There you
more
go.
of a regional. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I've been in Miami since I was 6, so
Hector.
I don't remember that much. Well, yeah, I don't know. Marco, what's your take on that?
I don't know. I've never experienced that.
Marco's more
personally.
PDA.
I've personally never seen that before. But
I've
maybe I
never
was
seen that too.
maybe
I
was
don't know
enjoying
what kind of
my pasta
restaurant
so
this was,
much
Jenny, but
that
I don't. I was
You sure you
thinking
were
I've
in
never
Roma?
seen that.
Were you in Roma? You sure?
I was very uncomfortable.
As I would
I
be
could
too.
tell. Yeah, that's not good.
Rank the top 3 Italian hand gestures. Marco, you want to go first? What's your
One.
power ranking on
It's
this?
always.
This is a solid 1, but this is like it means everything at once while nothing at the same time. It has no specific meaning. This is when
4-1,
things get
by the way.
serious. Who?
Sorry. 4-1 Juventus. I don't know who
You.
scored.
Marco, get off the
Morata.
feet. It's done.
Morata.
Morata scored?
That's what young Jay, or sorry, Sludgels said.
Sludgels.
You have another
So
one?
this,
Mateo?
Marco,
Yeah.
the double.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
What else?
I
What's
have-
the third one?
I have my favorite one, to be honest with you.
What about this? This is always a good one.
Yeah.
Not the Luca Toni, but the
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, die. Yeah, that's good.
Madai.
Yeah.
It's like a it's
Yeah.
4 chops. 1, 2, 3, and then the aerial chop. So
I don't know if you know this one, Matteo. It's in Napoli. I hang out with a lot of people from Napoli over here. Do you know what this is?
yes. I think that's more of an
Aum.
Italian thing. I don't think it's regional.
No, they say aum aum. That's how.
Jenny, are there any Mexican hand gestures?
I'm trying to understand what you were
Is
just
it?
doing there.
Okay, let's see if we can give
Yeah,
an
it's like
example.
I know it's when you're
Aum.
explaining something, you go like this. I know what you're talking about.
But when you say with aum aum, it means like underneath the table almost. It's like it was aum aum. You know, like
How do we not do this? We didn't do this.
yeah, that's a good one.
Like, are you kidding me?
You guys'
Nice.
picture, I don't know who posted it of YouTube, but the caption this, and it's y'all like with all the hand gestures was so funny. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
So, do they have hand gestures in Mexico? Any that are
I mean, we're
family friendly?
That's a good question.
What
I don't know,
part of
but
Mexico are you
I'm a
from?
hand talker. I'm a hand talker. So when
No, I see
I'm
that.
doing
I feel like I'm at home. I do enjoy it.
when I do my reports, I typically have to like hold something in my other hand so it doesn't move as much. I'm like, stop
But
moving your hand.
embrace the hand gestures. Like, don't try to hide them. It makes
They're kind
it
of
more
distracting
expressive.
to viewers, I feel like.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's what
I
I've
don't know.
been.
Well,
Guys
the
in the
viewers need to
comments,
watch
tell
some
me if
more
it's
time
distracting.
TV. No, it's not distracting. Don't worry about that.
I think
You gotta celebrate it.
My mom is from Jimenez, Chihuahua, but I was born in El Paso.
another
Okay.
opportunity for Atalanta.
So Texan,
You know where that
raised in Texas.
Yes. Raising Texas.
Where
You
in
all need to
Texas?
see the relief and post-goal celebration. El Paso. You're probably
El
not
Paso.
familiar with it.
That's
No.
on the border, isn't it?
It is. Yes. Oh my gosh, there's someone watching us from Uganda. Sam, that's
Nice.
awesome. Welcome.
So we've got Moldova and Uganda in the same feed. That's pretty legit.
This is really cool.
Power
We had
Lincoln,
Singapore
baby.
too, didn't we?
Yeah.
we
We're-
have
we're
we got
global.
also we had someone in Siberia.
Wow.
Yeah, wait, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Italian hand gesture, Jenny?
It's got to be the
Italian.
emoji one. I think that's the
Yeah.
I don't really know that many Italian people. You guys might be the only Italian people I know.
All right, give us what you think. What your favorite hand gesture would be?
Well, I always see this one. What am I not even doing it right?
It's good. Are they all the? It's good. That's your favorite one.
Well, I don't know. What do they mean? What does this mean?
That means a lot of things. Like it's like if it's like let's see what kind of example I could be. All right, if you would tell me right now, Manchester United played better and deserve to win. I say, Jenny. Oh, come on. You know. So it means a little bit of
This
everything.
also means something like pretty derogatory in Mexican.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's only good things. It's only good things with us. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We're good.
Is there any Mexicans? I think someone just said my mama's from Chihuahua. Do you agree that this is a derogatory Mexican hand gesture? Gillis.
Top 3 toppings for pizza. I love bufala mozzarella. You put bufala on your pizza. It's one of the best. Anytime I go out, that's what I get. Sopressata.
I like prosciutto.
Prosciutto. There we go. What else?
I love pineapple.
No, stop it. I know you're messing with me. Stop, Jenny. I'll leave right now.
You're so dramatic.
Did you see that was actually the picture that you just mentioned. You said when we were all yelling at each other. It was when pineapple on pizza came up.
Oh, really?
That's what it was.
I actually do like pineapple on pizza. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Would it be like my first choice? No, I also like arugula on pizza, which is like
Okay.
a completely different taste palette.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna create the team, the CBS team that we're gonna play in New
Mhm.
York. We're gonna play the game. We're gonna win the game, and then we're gonna go to Brooklyn. I'm gonna bring you guys to a nice spot. Okay?
Ooh, please.
Yes.
That would be
There we'll go.
amazing.
There we'll go. Then we could do a proper topping rating.
So this wasn't really an answer, but someone said, "Don't ever do that near Canelo Alvarez," which a Mexican fighter, obviously. So I think I'm on the money here that that's a derogatory term.
So this, if you go to Mexico, don't do this, Mateo.
Why? Oh, it's just not a good thing.
Yeah, apparently it's derogatory. It's what we're learning over here.
I can
That's
tell
good
you
to know.
offline.
Spent a lot of time in Mexico when I was younger.
You did tell me that.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Acapulco. What part of Brooklyn are you from, Marco? Bay Ridge or Bensonhurst?
He hit it both on the money. This guy's good.
Is that your hood?
Slugger, yeah. Bensonhurst is it's like I grew up in Diker / Bensonhurst. I moved around a little bit, and Bay Ridge too. My man Slugger knows the spots because I saw he said Randall's Island. He plays soccer in Randall's Island.
I'm kind of
Bensonhurst
nervous
was like
about
the
United
very-
here on the front foot.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether they're going to equalize here. That's why I'm keeping my eye on this game.
Stop it,
Seems
guys.
like Atalanta's a bit happier to just sit back now. It's the last 10 minutes. It kind of makes sense. You know, you've got 3 massive points against United. You've gone top of the table. Like,
Well, that's not what they did last time when they were taking the lead. They didn't sit back, and I think that they conceded 3.
they didn't even sit back against PSG. Even when
Yeah.
Mbappe came on, it's like they got torched. Of course, everyone could see that Mbappe was going to torch them on the counter. They have that style. They're not moving away from it.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Do you
We
think
want
that they
this win.
should right now? You have like 7 minutes left.
Yeah,
Keep
you
the
have to
win.
play a
I
bit more
agree.
Italian. You have to play a bit
Yes.
more, and I think they are. Look, they're dropping back. They're not applying pressure. Like, this is where you go in a low block and you just sit. Get those nice lines in front of the goalkeeper and just get out of here with a
Yeah.
result.
I agree with that. I agree with you guys. Come on, man. If they win, this would be so good. I have a million
So
messages.
good.
to write.
So what
Atalanta-
happens?
I have so many WhatsApp groups.
Does he get fired today, or do you get fired after Man City?
I don't think he
If
gets.
that's
I don't
what's
think
about to happen.
okay, so if he didn't get fired after conceding
Yeah.
5, I don't think you get fired when you're playing away to Atalanta, which are a good team. You struggled against them at home. Maybe if they lose this and then they lose City, I mean,
But the thing is, they made such a terrible decision. If you would fire him now after this game against Atalanta when Conte just got a job at Tottenham, oh my gosh. I don't like Man United's management. If you ask me, and again, I'm sort of an outsider. I don't know all the ins and outs. But for me, that seems like what's been the problem at United for a little while. So many decisions that don't make any
just
sense.
look at the top managers right now in the Premier League. Like, you have some of the best managers in the world. Like, it's so stacked in terms of managerial changes. Conte to Tottenham is going to make them instantly better. The problem I have with Conte is that next year, when it's time to buy players, he's going to start getting a bit angry at the board, and he's going to say, guys, we're the players I wanted. Same old story.
Yeah, we know what's going to happen. The thing is, like, I don't know, and maybe, Jenny, you could tell me even better. Oh, my God, Zapata just ripped one. Good idea, though.
Oh, good save from De Gea, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, they had that big double save last match. Pretty much changed the game there. If they would have scored a third goal, I don't think Man United comes back from that.
He gave us one back today with the first goal, so we accept it. But what I was gonna say is about Tottenham. Like, Tottenham, from my understanding, has not been a team that goes out and spends a lot of money. I remember even when they were in the final of Champions League, I think that they were like one of the only clubs that spent like zero on the transfer market, and Pochettino did a great job at that. So is there something that I'm missing? Like, are they actually going to be spending money? Is there something that I don't know? Because I saw some people on Twitter saying, like, there's a stadium now, they're going to have extra revenues, they gave guarantees, but I don't know.
The thing is, are they going to get Conte the player that he wants, right? Because when he went to Inter, he's like, I want Romelu Lukaku, and they went out and they spent a boatload for him, and then they made their money back and then some, because Lukaku was world class. One of the top, I think, 3 or 4 center forwards in the world.
So we're getting Giaccherini and
Look at this. The 2 guys that we were mentioning, Jadon Sancho and Van de Beek, both
Coming on.
All right.
Imagine you have Van de Beek winner.
No,
So
stop
Sancho
it. Stop
for
it.
McTominay.
We talking about winner.
Van
They
de
got to
Beek.
score 2. Zenit scored.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And Bruno's on
Oh,
for Van de
really?
Beek.
Oh, but
Zenit
that's
scored.
4-2?
Yeah, the game's like there's 90 seconds left. You would just love conceding goals.
That one kicked off earlier, huh?
Yeah, it was 5 minutes early.
Interesting.
Please, Atalanta, please. Spurs will target Vlahovic. Yeah, well, Vlahovic is the big guy. I've been seeing his name being talked about. There's a lot of players.
So annoying. We need to keep
Improvement.
Vlahovic in Serie A, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not feeling confident about that, Matteo.
We need to get him to Juve. That's what Juve need, not Spurs.
Yeah,
Well,
unless
Spurs
they give
need it. I
another,
think everyone
unless
needs
Fiorentina
Vlahovic.
give
Just-
another deal a la Chiesa, I don't think that Juve are gonna be able to.
What United has to ask themselves is, will Ole bring a championship? He's a good manager, just not a championship one. Maybe there's a point in that. But you know what's an interesting thing to think about? When things go wrong, the managers blame too much. When things go right, the managers praise too much.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep that in mind. That's something that a lot of ex-players will tell you as well.
I think one of
Is
the
it that-
big things that has come up recently is his talk in press conferences or in interviews, period, compared to other managers being able to articulate like what they're doing on the field, and him just being like, "Let's work hard," type of dialogue is getting to people.
Look at Atalanta, back
Like,
6
what is
now.
the plan?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, back 6. Yeah, they're closing up. This is old school Catenaccio now for the last few minutes. CBS, that's a good question. I'd say the third option, right?
Well, Conte would not have done things the United way. So
No, Conte's kind of like Conte's definitely more of a maverick. Like, that guy will break his relationship with the board. He demands a ton. He demands it to be the Conte way, or he's out.
So if they were going after him, I don't think that they were going for somebody who's going to do it like the United way, to be honest.
All right, so final minutes. What are we at in the other games? Let me
Anybody
just
else's
take a look here.
feet shaking?
No, just you, mate.
Jenny, I have a very
5-2
important
Bayern
question.
Munich. Lewandowski hat trick.
Oh wow!
Barcelona scored on Sufati. I missed that.
Jenny,
Villarreal 2-0.
question.
What's up?
This is make or
That's
break, though. Who are you supporting in the final, Euro final?
Oh my gosh. Italy, obviously.
Jenny.
Italy.
Don't lie to me.
I don't think I was supporting anyone. I typically just watch to learn.
Okay, that's a great
I was
political
watching
answer.
to support Matteo on his coverage.
Yes. So you learned that Italy's the best footballing nation in the world is the takeaway, right?
Well, I think that because Italy was so solid in the Euros, you expected the US to really get behind Serie A, which I don't know, has that been the case? Have you guys seen that?
I think so.
I
think
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I mean,
a lot of
Okay.
there's
people.
paparazzi outside my house right now. So something's happened.
I think a lot of people started seeing. They saw Italy in the Euros. Also,
quality
because
that
the
they bring.
mentality, the same mentality, kind of went. It trickled down to a lot of the sides. Like look at Hellas Verona with Tudor. And I'm not saying this is because of Italy in the Euros, but it kind of represents it. The only team that's outscored them since Tudor has taken over in September has been Bayern Munich with 25 goals. He's at 21 in the past 8 matches. Like that's pretty incredible for a side like Hellas Verona, which a lot of people would look over and was playing in Serie B a few years ago. You know?
5 minutes added, y'all. What?
Oh,
I'm so behind, aren't I?
It's at minute 27 for me.
I'm so these Bergamo supporters deserve it, man. Like they've been through such hell in the last 2 years.
We cannot get excited.
Was that where was that the epicenter?
Yeah, that was like the first proper breakout. And they say it was like the Atalanta against Valencia game in San Siro is where like there was a massive super spreading event. But
No
yeah,
way.
Bergamo got this. Yeah,
No
Bergamo
way.
got destroyed. Poor
No, that's not what I'm saying. No
That's
way.
ridiculous. That's
okay.
ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous.
Oh no,
Ridiculous.
what?
These guys are so.
But that's what he does. That's why you have Ronaldo, because he pulls things out like that.
Unbelievable. This guy's saving that. Saving them.
He might have just saved Ole.
Yeah, again. Come on,
Oh
man.
my God.
Pulls up the fort.
What a strike, though. I mean, just you have to applaud this guy. Like all he does is this. He just scores. You might not see him for 45 minutes, but then he gets a chance. Look at that on the volley as well. Drills it into the bottom corner. What a finish. You just have to applaud that. Like, what a freaking
Check VAR
finish.
on something, please. Please.
Nah, but that's too good. You can't. No goalkeeper's gonna get to that.
Come on, man.
Look at that. What a hit. Just the technique as
All
well.
right, yes. These guys, 2-2 against Atalanta. Oh, checking. They're checking something. I think it was a handball.
You're kidding.
Please check. Get rid of it. It will be even more beautiful.
Who had the handball? Where was it?
I think,
Gasperini is saying that too.
Greenwood. Come on. Dive. Call it off.
I have no friggin' trust in VAR, Marco.
I thought I saw a handball, but I was not sure. They counted it.
They counted it?
Yeah, they counted it.
Whether the ball struck Mason Greenwood?
In Serie A would have been given. Come on.
I feel so bad for Atalanta. Like
so unlucky.
Are you kidding me? They were.
Well, Jenny, I think you said 2-2, no?
I did, but I wanted Atalanta to win. I'm now a fan. I don't know. I was.
Let me see what the table looks like right now. Oh my God! Freaking Atalanta go from first place to third, and United are in first. Come on, man. So lucky.
Yeah.
There's something to him. Like obviously. Oh my gosh.
He's the cat with 99 lives. Like no matter what happens. Oh, wow! Another chance there.
In his past life, he must have been like really good. That's how I feel about it. Do you guys believe in that?
So bad. Past life? Oh, we could get philosophical if you want. I mean, how deep do you want to go?
In his past,
in
Ronaldo's past life, he was good to someone in the world. For this to be his output.
I wonder what Marco was in a past life.
Probably
merch
a butterfly.
Salesman. Sold merch in a past life too, Marco. Porco's
I could
so
see
glued
that.
to Juve. Yeah, selling merch in a past life, Porco. Are you pissed off about Atalanta? I thought
Yeah, of
did
course
something
I'm
happen in the
mad.
Juve game? I am
No,
too. I
Juve
feel
game's
bad for them.
off.
Oh, it's over? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
over.
Oh, yeah. It's been over. Been over. I should have mentioned.
Is that an Atalanta kit
They're
in the
so
background?
lucky. Yeah. It's from. It's actually from Martin Deroon's wife.
Darun, yeah. Darun. By the way,
Darun.
Darun's got the best Twitter out of any soccer player.
Yeah,
If you
it's
don't
true.
follow him, you're missing out. He's hilarious. Jenny, do you follow him?
I don't. I will go follow him.
Wow, look at that.
What
Marco is
in
the
the
guy who
world is this
sewed the
comic?
cow's stomach and created the ball for the old school version of calcio. That could be Marco maybe was the originator of calcio. Like you dismembered a cow to create the beautiful game.
Sounds about right. I want to be in another past life right now because this hurts. It
That
feels like a
Hydro,
loss.
you got it
Even though
right,
it's a
man.
draw.
That's why you signed Ronaldo, because he pulls this stuff out. He did this for Juve so many
Exactly.
times. We've seen this for 3 seasons.
I mean, come on, man. Please, Atalanta. Please.
36 years old. He's got an ab for every year that he's been alive. I've counted them many times.
That is so unlucky.
Whatever. One point against United at the end of the day. So let me see
know.
how the table. What's the?
You
table
said he's
like
in
this game?
third. They go into third, no?
Yeah, they go to third, and United's in first.
They
There's
go
only
to
two
third, but
scoop-
they just but they
points
just
that
played the
separated
last.
them.
They just played the most important game that they were
Yeah,
left
I
to play.
know.
Like now
Oh,
they
I
have to
needed-
play Young Boys and Villarreal.
They got to win those.
Dude, I trust in Atalanta. They'll get out of this group. They'll get out in second.
Oh, they're
lucky,
so
man.
sad. I'm looking at the fan shot. They're so sad.
I know.
Game over. Come on.
Wow, that kind of ended on a downer, right? It was
I
like
know.
the beautiful fairy tale story, and then Ronaldo ruined it all.
There's probably Manchester United fans in here that are like super pissed that we're so leading Atalanta.
So what do we do here? Final thoughts, since we're the newbies to this Twitch.
Well, someone said hand touch goal is not valid. Did they check that? They did, and it didn't count.
Right here. I'm watching it again right now, actually. I mean, listen, I was just more hopeful with that than anything else. But I do think that he did. I think that it touched his hand, but I
Look
knew
at
that
look at how lucky though that deflection was, that it ended up perfectly for
Ridiculous.
Ronaldo. It was an attempted clearance, I think, from who was that? Taloy. It just bounced up perfectly. Like the angle, the way it bounced, it was just in Ronaldo's path. It still had everything to do. It was a difficult shot, but wow.
This guy's saving them. Okay, it's fine. Guess what?
Wow.
We're gonna go through. Atalanta's gonna get through in this group. You're right, Matteo. They're gonna get through. It's fine. Let them get a 2-2 in Bergamo.
Wow. That kind of
So-
ended on a downer.
I just want to say I have been like on point with all my predictions on these Twitches. 2-2.
What are the
I
lottery
should put that
numbers?
bet in. I should have put that bet in. How much money would I have won on something like that?
I could tell
I
you
can't
right now,
bet,
actually. I could tell you right now, betting lines are available to all of us.
All right.
I think you would have gotten 4 times your money. Should have
Well,
put
you guys saw it here
a
on my
little
Twitch.
$10 bill on it.
Ah, tragic. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me
can't-
for the first time. Let's do this again.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, we talked about all sorts. I wonder if any of you stuck around for the full 2+ hours, but I had fun. I
That was
hope you
a long
guys
time.
did too.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for having us. No, it was good. And listen, these are positive results. If you told me before the game that we'll get a Juventus win in Zenit and a tie, Atalanta against Manchester United, I would have signed for it. So
Glad you guys had fun. I had a blast. We learned why the cactus are dying behind Jenny. We learned a lot of important things. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. I guess, is this the moment where we say bye and we keep talking, or do we say bye and close it?
No, let's just close. Let's close.
Let's just close, or else it gets awkward. All right. Take
All
care,
right. Have a
everyone.
good night,
Thanks
guys. Bye.
ciao. See you, Jenny.